Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, and perhaps even good evening. Thank you so much for joining me for a super chilled out, occasional kind of Saturday, kind of whatever type stream. And I'm just so glad that you're here. The one man standing is here. And then the Nancy's art is here. Mr. Jeremy is here. Ken Ross is here. I believe Miss Julia is also watching. And if I've forgotten anyone, I do apologize. Thank you so much for being here. That Wii animation was indeed made with a DAZ asset, but it was not made in DAZ Studio. That was made in Blender. I did actually put that together on a stream over, I think, a series of streams, and I keep refreshing it every so often, but I'm going to retire it and replace it with something hopefully even cooler for this year at some point, if and when I get the chance. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. And I'm like you as well. It's literally I'm really looking forward to the new Cyan Worlds adventure Firmament, and I was super excited that they have Riven in development. I'm currently playing Riven, the old version that is available that you can get on Steam right now for like $5 or so, and it still holds up very much. I have to say, I really enjoy it, and it is a seriously tough puzzle, so it's one of those things. Today we're going to have a quick look at the Silent Age, which is something that I've been playing over the last weekend, I believe, or a couple of weekends even, and I'm this close to the end. I think we're in the middle of chapter 9 here, and it has 10 chapters in total. This was a freebie on the Epic Store a few weeks ago, and it's a very nice point-and-click adventure from, I believe, 2015. And after that, we're going to have a look at Redfall, which I have also enjoyed, Ken, absolutely. I think it's kind of cool. I don't really know why all the reviews are so bad. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but it's it's one of those things. At least you and I are enjoying it, so we're the two people who are enjoying it. Good stuff. The Camilla is here. How's it going? Good to see you. Yes, one man, it is so true. I think 10 years ago, there was everyone was standing back from Blender. I saw this meme recently. Everyone's standing back from Blender, and they're all saying, I hate Blender. And there's one guy in the middle who says, I like it. And now, 10 years later, it's almost reversed. There's literally everyone loves Blender, and there's the majority in the middle who says, I hate Blender. I still can't get used to it. It's crazy. It has come such a long way, and it is just such a cool program. I've spoken to a creator colleague of mine recently, and he used to use Modo for his modeling, and that was $70 a month, I believe. And he is since, I'm not even in Vision, am I? There we go, sorry about that. I'm back. He was, crazy that. The Mech Twin, how's it going? Good to see you. He was saying he used Modo for a while, for $70 a month. And eventually he said, I'm not paying that anymore. I'm so good with Blender now. Blender does all of that and more. And I'm really saving myself some cash here, so one of those things. See, Ken, I'm like that as well. And I'm enjoying it as well. I don't understand all these reviews that say the world is empty and bland. I do understand maybe some multiplayer consideration. There are some bugs that, beautifications that could be made. But so far, I think it's all about expectation management a little bit. But it's also, and this is a kind of a crazy trend in AAA game releases, so many titles have experienced that. They come out and they get trashed. And that has an impact on how the game then recovers over the next couple of months or not. I think people are expecting it to be better than it actually is from AAA studios. And I think expectations aren't being met, and I appreciate Phil what's-his-face from Microsoft, who spoke out about the Redfall release, and he said, I don't think this worked out well. We polled this internally. I don't know how that works, but apparently their polls came out better. Still not amazing, still not in the 80-90% range, but he thought it was enough to release it, and it wasn't, so dang! Oh wow, that is crazy. No enemies at all. That is insane. And Camilla is playing Broken Sword. That is exciting. That is very cool. Well, enjoy Broken Sword. I did enjoy it, and it's got its very nice humor there. I think I played it on the PS4. It's very cool. Last time we were in this, I thought we were in chapter 9 already, but I guess we're not. We have 2 chapters to go. We weren't quite sure, or I wasn't quite sure, how to get out of this. I think we can switch this back into, this is 1974 and this is the future, and we have attached this rope down here, and it seems there's just nothing that we can do. But just when the stream ended, somebody really nice said to me, hey, what you need to do after you have gone over here, and I don't remember if it was in the past, I think so, we went to the past here. Then inside here, we went to the future, I think, and, or in the past, in the future past, this is the past. We span this little pipeline thing here. Now we can't get out, but we can go back, and some water rolled out, and I wasn't quite sure what that is. So had I thought about this, above this is the bar, and the bar in this day and age has swamp water in it, and I think if I go back up, then the bar should be empty, and maybe we're going to find something. I haven't looked into that, but I'm thinking that is kind of cool. Let's see if it works. Oops. That is interesting. I love it when that happens. Oh wow. You played the original PS1 version, Kimila. That is exciting.
Hang on.
Let's go into here, then into the nightclub. And I think what we need to do, we go back into the future, and now there's no more water here. So there was water, and that means we couldn't quite find what we're looking for. Now we can maybe have a closer look at the corpse. See, do we find anything? He's holding a revolver. It's rusty, but the barrel rotates. It's got all 5 bullets left. One casing is empty. I haven't fired a gun since basic training, but this could be really useful. Well, indeed. That's it. Maybe with the revolver at hand, we can actually threaten the guy who keeps welding. Yeah, maybe we can do that. What do you think? Do you know, did you see, there's a link I posted on our Discord. There is a bundle that is called, I think, the Animations Bundle. I don't know why it's called that, but it has all the secret files in there, like 4 installments of that. They are, the whole bundle is under $5, and I'm going to pick it up because those types of things are really nice to play on the Steam Deck. Yeah, nice point and click bits and pieces. That's just beautiful. Did you also see Rusty Lake have released a new game? It's currently just a demo, Rusty Lake Underground, I think, which deals with the past, present and future of Laura Vanderboom when she was a child. So very cute. There's a demo out on Steam and on itch, and the full game is going to be released later this year. See if we can threaten this guy with the gun. This is a stick-up, man. Why would you even think that? What's the matter with you, Joe? We can't shoot him. We can maybe shoot this. Can we do that? He's preoccupied, not deaf. Dang, okay. Can't do that. Can we maybe... Can we take the revolver and use it with that while he's welding? I'm not sure that'll work. Dang. So, any suggestions? Maybe we can go and, instead of deal with this guy, we're going to go threaten the guy in the bar. I could do that. Full throttle. I don't recall that. Oh, full throttle, nice. No, I don't think I've heard of that. I fell in love with the Sam & Max adventures. The ones by Telltale. Even the earlier one was pretty cool, but I think I was a bit too young to appreciate the humor back then. So yeah, I do like a bit of Sam & Max. They were I think the first remake was very good. Sam & Max, was it Save the World? Let's go and threaten him. So we're just shooting people now, is that it? Where's all this coming from? Sure, his prices threaten common decency, but other than that, he poses absolutely no danger. So we're not gonna get anywhere with the gun either. The trader! How's it going, buddy? Possibly, Meg. That is possible. That sounds like a cool game. This is something that you might find on GOG. They really have funky titles like that. So, what could we do with a revolver? If not point at this guy? Can we shoot at this? Nah. Shoot at the button, shoot at the sign. I'm trying to keep a low profile here, not end up in jail. Gotcha. Can we talk to him about the gun? I guess not.
Whoa. Man. It's like the universe just revealed all of its secrets.
Very cool. So, well, maybe we shoot the parking meter. We shoot the sign. We shoot the door. We shoot this box here. Maybe that'll get us in. Given how much money Frank lost to these things over the years, I'm sure he'd have loved to see that. Yeah, maybe we'll go and use a revolver with the keypad. Maybe that'll get us into there. That'll do. Alert the guards. I'll be beaten to pulp before we even have time to fire a warning shot. So that's not it either. Use a gun with a van, maybe. So shoot my only right out of here and alert every guard inside the building. Well, gold star for you, Joe. You've just hit a new level of stupid. Guess that is not it either. So, if it's not here, can we shoot something in the future? By the way, if you haven't kept up with this game, it's solid steel. The odds of me getting in there by shooting at a gun at a lock are a lot worse than those for me catching a ricocheting bullet. Gotcha. For those of you who haven't caught up with the game, we're Joe, a janitor from 1972, 1974, the 70s, and his company had some dodgy things going on there, one of which was time travel experiments. So we met a guy who comes from the future into the past, trying to prevent this big accident from happening that has happened, that we don't know what it is yet. And he gave us a time machine, solar powered, this thing here, and says, you got to go back, you got to find me in the past and tell me I didn't make it, and, you know, convince me to do other things. And that's what we're trying to do. That is a good idea. We'll just wait a little bit longer. True, Ken. I think this is what I'm enjoying this game for as well. Looks like it's been out of service for decades. Can we shoot it? Because that's the only thing we can do. Yeah, that's all I need right now. A ricocheting bullet in my face. Good point, my man. There's nothing we can interact with here. It's so funny. I'm so stuck at this. Let's go put this into here. Maybe go and shoot this payphone here. I'm not going to fire a gun down here with people around, especially at something as pointless as this. Gotcha. Can we use the payphone? Who would I call? And who would accept the call? Maybe this guy can help us out. Can we just give him the gun? How's that? We put this gun into here. No. Subway musician? With hat. Yeah, there we go. With hat. Come on. This isn't the Old West. Gotcha. Can we speak to him? By the looks of it, he's a vet. I think he's blind too. So if we just were to shoot, would that do something? Shoot the grating, right? We can't shoot the vet, can we? That would be bad. That would be bad. I need to get rid of this gun, and soon. It's seriously starting to screw with my head. Yeah. What else could we do? Oh, I know. We can probably maybe go here, go into here, and then shoot the vent somehow so we can go through. It was in the different time. I think I screwed it open here, but not in the, not here. Maybe we can just go and shoot the fan control box like this. Will that work? Bullseye! Who was that?
Hello? Is anyone in here? Oh, drat. The muzzle split. I guess this gun was a bit too rusty after all.
This is exactly the kind of thing that always cracked me up. This is exactly right. What do you want to use? Fish. What do you want to use the fish on? Arthur. You use the fish on Arthur. He looks at you confused. Do you know, one of my favorite games back in the day, and this was, we're talking literally over 30 years ago, was the Magnetic Scrolls adventures. Do you remember those? The Pawn, Guild of Thieves. They made a few others, like Fish, I believe, and those were amazing. They were really something. And the graphics were like amazing back then, of course. And it was a real genre. This is what that reminds me of. I've always been meaning to make one of those myself, and then literally program the whole parser so that it can detect verbs and adjectives and nouns and all that. See what happens here. What on earth is a rifle doing here? I know. And a toolbox. Anything in there? Not much of any use except for this wire cutter. That sounds good. Grating? More gratings. This grating is pretty sturdy, but I bet I could cut through this with proper tools. Like the wire cutter? Should we try that? Yeah, it's a wire cutter, not a bolt cutter. There's no way I can snip through the grating like that. Before we run out of here, what does this look like here? Grating, should we try to... Finally, some luck! The grating came right off. That is good. Go through here, maybe? Yeah, it's locked. Dang. Okay. That door we have yet to try. It's nice, isn't it? Yes, absolutely. And back in the day, this was so much programming work. I mean, today you have like maybe 3 platforms tops. If you count consoles, it's a little more on mobiles. But at the end of the day, you have one development tool that literally spits out different versions for all platforms. It kind of, or you even have businesses getting involved in optimizing it for other platforms. Back then, you had to do all that yourself, but you had so many different platforms coming out all the time. You wrote something for PC, you wanted to be compatible with the Apple II and the C64 and some Atari computer, and it's just so much work. And the guys from Infocom and Magnetic Scrolls, they did this early on with virtual machines. That was a really scary concept, so they really knew what they were doing, that they could have one file with the game code and then an engine that would run per platform and then just deliver these two things together depending on the platform, and it worked really well. And I always wondered, how did you guys do that? But obviously they knew what they were talking about. They knew what they were doing. So what do we do here? Except, oh, there's a hatch? Really? I ain't seen no hatch, y'all. I can sort of make out the outline of the elevator hatch underneath the moss, but I really don't want to fiddle with it. This elevator is literally hanging by a thread. Ah, is that a clue? Possibly is. Once we cut the thread, boom, baby! What does this look like here? Here's the hatch.
Nuts.
Ah, nuts. Dang! Can we wire cutter it open? It isn't of any use here. I want to make a game like this, you know? With just like 2D rendered graphics. That'd be great. Okay, let's go back and see what that other door has to offer. Because I don't think there's anything we can interact with here. Any swears. The Emperor's New Groove. So if we go into here, And try this door.
Oh no.
Ah!
There's
blood on the handle.
Hello? Is anyone in there? Are you hurt?
Because it looks like it could be the time traveler, but with a beard, which is rad. Can we maybe ask the other guy to come and help us? Is that something we should be doing, potentially? That would be good. Maybe it's blood? Yeah, indeed. Sometimes when it quacks, it's a duck. Can we talk to him? Oh no, because they're in a different timeline, aren't they? Ah! Dang! But maybe with these wire cutters. Can we now go and maybe cut the power line here? Something like that? Another bad deed done in the name of humanity. I hope it's worth it. Maybe we can finally borrow his welding machine. Or the wrench. Haha! I hope he doesn't mind me borrowing his wrench. I'll be back before he notices it's gone. Should we speak to him? The welder? Finally got this wrench sorted out. Considering what I just did, I really don't need to draw attention to myself right about now. Good point, Joe. Bloody vandals, I tell you. Okay, so with this wire cutter wrench, we should be able to do some mayhem, right? Somewhere with the lift thing. And since we can't interact with anything, I bet it's in the other timeline. Like this, the hatch with the wrench? Yes. So we're still trying to find the time traveler. That is why we're doing all these things. Chapter 9, Inside Arkane. Dun dun. Hey, we've made it this far. Well done, everyone. This is good. Happy Coronation Day and happy Cinco de Mayo. So we're back at Arkane. We've been here before, because we're the janitor here. And I guess we're following the guy whom we're going to find in a moment. Oh yeah, there's another little plot twist here. We mustn't meet ourselves according to the time traveler that we've just met in the other timeline type thing. Yes, been here before. And I think we may have just walked in here. Oh, this is crazy. Card reader. We don't have a card anymore, have we? Clearance level 4. These things are color-coded and it looks like I need a green access card for this one. Yeah, I don't think I have that. And this here. Usually these things tell you the access card color you need to get in, but this one is unmarked. Well, see what Arkane looks like in the distant future. Yeah, this is the room where we found the time traveler. And behind these doors, we believe that is where the time traveling experiments are happening. Remember the Polaris 9 supercomputer as well. It's not much to look at. It's hard to believe this was ever that important. Back in the day it was. Lab coat, or what's left of it. A few tattered shreds of a lab coat. And a sign, of course. Most of the letters have peeled off. It just says meals. Cat meals? Exactly. But at least we're in, so that's good. We go back here and boom, baby! Perfection. What does it really say? Caution, keep away from liquid materials. Yeah, that's more like it, isn't it? Can we fiddle with buttons here? This is it, the computer that controls the whole thing. This is what Dr. Lambert wants me to destroy. I think Dr. Lambert is actually the time traveler. Well, here goes nothing. Wasn't it just? And 2, Time Splitters 2, also very much enjoyed that. A shame they never remade those. I do remember both of them, and I think I still have a GameCube disc version, like a little disc for Time Splitters 2. It's good stuff. Instant camera, check it out. There's even film in it. Oh my god, it's an SX70. Why would they keep that here though? It's a classic SX70. I have a couple. Oh, are they? Oh man, maybe I need to get an Xbox. It has something to do with the machine. Oh, well, you could just take pictures from the future. It's still here, just like Dr. Lambert said it would. Yeah, we should just take a picture from the future, bring it back into the past and show it to, hopefully, the relevant people. And it's no longer here. Yep, it's as useful to me now as it was before. So true. It's locked from the outside. Gotcha. Huh. Me too, actually. Do we get them, if you get them on the Xbox, are they on Game Pass? Are they maybe available for PC Game Pass? Probably not. I'm sure you would have looked. Oh, that is good to know. Okay, that's one reason to buy an Xbox. So far, I haven't seen much other reason. No, unfortunately. Dang! That is uncool. Locked from the outside as well. So, what do you think we should take a picture of, then? Maybe just the computer? I'm sure it's not as simple as that. We need to really take a picture of devastation. What am I going to do with a photo of that? Pretend I destroyed the computer? Who would I even show it to? No, it's a good point. It's a good point. I have a feeling we need that camera for something else. Corpse. Oh, the corpse has a keycard. A green one. That'll come in handy.
Hey.
He's holding an access card. What a stroke of luck, indeed. So if we go and use the level 4 card with this. This is exciting. It worked! Because I'll finally go see what's in here. And this is horrible. Those tubes over there, they have people in them. What kind of sick experiments are going on in here? Oh, wait. This must be what Dr. Lambert was talking about. These people aren't dead. They're frozen. Oh, maybe that is worth taking a picture of. I must keep track of these people in the tubes. Gauges. What do the gauges do? I don't know what they do, but I know I shouldn't be messing with them. Man in cryo container. What are the chances one of these guys is actually the time traveler? Even though Dr. Lambert prepared me for this, seeing it with my own 2 eyes makes my blood run cold. Creepy man in cryo container. This man was frozen with his eyes open. Or did he just run in? Is this worth taking a picture of? Yes! Aha! Now I have a photo of some guy's old dead eyes. Yuck! Maybe there's some kind of, visual control thing. The time traveler! No, hang on, it's Frank. Who's Frank? Yo, Frank.
Frank?
He's his janitor colleague.
Hey, Joe. I didn't see you there. Scared the crap out of me.
Yes.
I can't believe you're here. They told me you quit. I got to go upstairs and everything.
Quit? Oh, right. Yeah, well, you know me. I'm a career opportunity guy. Something else came up.
else?
Management gave me your job. Well, sort of. The same responsibilities, at least. And, well, my own, so...
And no more money, so...
Is that right? Well, good on you, Joe. Best of luck. Now, if you'll excuse...
They said you already left.
Yeah.
Did you forget something?
Well, no. Well, yeah. I forgot something. Listen, I'm a little tight on time here. Wait, what are you even doing down here?
Well, like I said, I was given your job, so...
Oh, right. Well, still, this part of the labs is actually off limits, so you probably shouldn't be here.
No, right. I know.
Yes. No.
I just happened to see you, so... Well, I need to get going too. There's some important... there's a spill I need to mop up.
A spill, yes.
Hey, can we grab a beer down at Izzy's when this is over? This week, I mean. I could really use the company.
Beer? Oh, yeah, for sure.
Great. Guess I'll leave you to it then.
Shame Yoshi can't hear us. If you can, on the off chance, hear us, welcome, Yoshi. Wonderful to see you. You gotta sort out your audio, man. This is getting to a very exciting part of the journey. What are the chances that he has also been traveling through time? And what is he looking for in the cabinet? I better not. No, I better not. I understand. Trash can. Nothing here but an apple core. That is good. Maybe we'll rummage through this other cabinet. It's locked, eh? Yeah, it's unlocked filing cabinet. Look at that. The cabinet drawer is unlocked, but empty. On the upside, I think I just found the temporary fix for that leak. Yes, you have indeed. The water's dripping into the empty drawer. I wonder if that's going to help us in the future some.
Ow!
Ow! This fluorescent light is pretty bright. Nothing else on there. Retinal scanner lock. How exciting that! I bet we can open with the photo. It's a retinal scanner. I remember Frank telling me about these. There's Frank. They had them installed after these environmentalists broke in here last year. You're supposed to look into that eyepiece to open the door, but only if you have a pure soul. At least that's what Frank said, though I think he might have been kidding about that part. So if we go and use that with this. It worked! We should, before we go in there, quickly have a look what this looks like in the future. Is there anything left in this cupboard? No, there isn't. Dang. That button doesn't work anymore. Yes, me too. What are we going to do with the half-eaten apple? The rails are bent out of shape, huh? Did this do anything? No, it's just empty. Oh, here goes nothing. There's one other room. I just want to quickly go back because we haven't looked at this room in the other timeline. Just out of curiosity, what happens when we do that? This guy is still here. Another corpse in cryo chamber. So these guys didn't make it. I bet he never thought that tube would end up being his tomb. Or did he? How about this guy? Ugh, indeed. Empty cryo chamber. There's nobody in there, thankfully. Well, not yet, anyway. Okay, good to check, good to check. I wonder if we need to analyze the bite marks. Do we give it to Frank here? No, not with cabinet, I mean with Frank. I'm not sure he would appreciate that. No, probably not. No. Okay, fine.
There you are. Why the hell haven't you done anything about that leak yet?
The leak?
Hello? Anyone home? The leak next door, numbnuts. Do you have any idea how much the research in those file cabinets is worth? No, of course not.
Of course
How
not.
could you? Just fix that leak, or so help me God, I'll have HR fix your walking papers. Wait.
Dr. Lambert?
Look, I'm sorry. We're all under quite a bit of stress right now. I'm on my 3rd pot of coffee and haven't had a thing to eat yet.
I could get you something from the vending machine if...
Vending machine? Vending machine? Gee, thanks, Professor. I never thought of that. If I could have something from the vending machine, don't you think I would have? I didn't spend 8 years at Cornell earning 2 doctorates just to have some schmuck buy my lunch. I'm on a diet, moron.
Right.
Sorry, I'm getting agitated again.
Yes, blood
Diet?
sugar levels and all that.
I'm not sure I...
It's an all-fruit diet. The missus ordered me on it after my last physical. The irony is that it's supposed to help me with my high blood pressure, but now I'm just as angry all the time from low blood sugar. Tell you what, you find me some fruit, then cover for me while I slip out for a quick break, and I won't report you for the leak. Anything will do. Nectarine, perhaps, or an apple? Yeah, an apple. That's the ticket.
I'll find you an apple.
Make sure that you do. And fix that damn leak.
I hope he doesn't mind
Temper again.
that it's kind of a half-eaten apple. I mean, that's the best we can do, right? I mean, Mr. Nice Guy gets a nice apple.
Is this some kind of joke? What's the matter with you?
I'm so sorry. I don't know what I was thinking.
Possible. I was thinking something along those lines as well. Either that, or we go and try one of the cryotubes. Will that help us? Bubbling beaker. It's got to be something like that. It would have been too easy. There's a label on it. Hydrofluoric, some kind of acid, I think. Shelves. Lots of lab stuff. This is intriguing. Where did we find the apple? In the trash can, right? Find it before it gets eaten. Frank's gone as well. That might help us out.
Huh.
A lot of files seem to be missing from this drawer now, too. Like, Frank's not the time traveler, is he? No, because that's Dr. What's-His-Face. Oh, do you know what? This is leaking into the drawer. Why don't we just put that apple in here, hope a tree grows out of it, then we go into the future, and hopefully by that time we have apples. That's, something we can try. Does it work? That's not a bad idea, but I need something to grow it in. If I can find some soil, it just might work. Ooh. I will. That's a promise, one man. That's a promise. Soil, eh? Soil. So that would indicate we can pick something else up from somewhere. Can we go up here? No. That would also make sense with this light. It's so fluorescent that it might actually help this grow. But soil. Rotten stuff from the future. Let's go pick some rotten stuff from the future up, if we can. Anything. Rotten people, maybe. Gauges. Window. Maybe there's another trash can in here. There just was. I've seen it. Okay. File drawers. We're going to totally crack this. This file drawer is full of notes and documents. A few pages are completely crossed out with black marker, but the rest are still mostly readable. Or go read them to us. December 3rd, 71. Our latest results seem to indicate that the pathogen is altered when subjected to time travel. The very idea is ludicrous, of course. Time travel does not affect matter, but the numbers don't lie. Upon the return of the infected host, cellular growth occurs at an order of magnitude faster than when we first entered the body. We didn't notice it at first because we naturally sought to capture isolated cells, but after the most recent mishap with Higgins' torn suit, we realized that it only happens to happen when the pathogen travels. Again, the very notion of cell growth accelerating exponentially due to time travel makes no sense. I'm sure we'll find a rational explanation, but more rigid testing will be required to get to the bottom of it. Oh, it mentions the lab code here. Use this with the lab code, maybe? It's not working. Gotcha. Make the apple time travel? I don't recall if there was a plant somewhere else. This trash can, maybe in the other timeline. Is that something we can? No, we can't. Dang. And we can't go back, can we? No, I'm not going back up there. Okay, just checking. That's good. We can work this out. Should we maybe just put the apple in the empty cryo container? Will that work? It's locked, and besides, why would I put it in there in the first place? Yes. Good question. And we can't put it in any of these things, can we? I'm not sure why I would do that. Good point. I shouldn't touch these tubes. Even though he's already dead, I'd better not mess with this tube. ELV, I have to check that out. I like it. I think if I was to make a game, it would also involve time travel, for sure. For sure. I was thinking a nice approach would be to have something where you, a bit like here, where you don't give people the opportunity to travel into any time. You just have a button and it takes you somewhere. But I think one of the puzzles that I'd like to have is to work out which time are you actually in. Are you in the past or in the future, or in which timeline are you? So maybe that's a good puzzle to begin with. Get people to figure out where you actually are. But let's see if we can solve this one first, huh? Cabinet. It's locked. All of this is locked. Light wall. File drawer. I remember that game as well. That was exciting too. Second Sight was a really cool game. That was a little bit ahead of its time as well, with the kinetic powers and stuff that you had there. I really enjoyed that one. That was very cool. Have they made a remake of that? Is that available again? So many of these things, I'm really thinking, I wish you could bring back the old consoles for that. I can't reach it. Dang! Is there anything in here that we could use? This is a little shovel. That might be nice to have. Yeah, second sight. Original Xbox. Whew, those were the days. That wasn't on 360, was it? That was just on the regular Xbox. Photographs. There's some really scary photos here. Very sick looking people. This guy's all bent backwards. He looks horrified. I'm horrified. A couple of men are in these pictures, look like the ones inside the tubes in the next room. One is wearing a lab coat. The other one is wearing one of those big hazmat suits. Huh. That's another thing this game does, by the way, that you can click on something multiple times and you get different things read out. So maybe there's something else in here on these notes. Interdimensional planar membrane cryosync instrument operations manual. These photos are all empty. Is it? Oh, I gotta get that. That is so fortunate. I'm glad they have made a PC version of that. Because back then, PC ports weren't all that common. PC gaming wasn't all that big back then. But of course now we have processing power to make it all happen. And it's really important to preserve all these treasures from back in the day, even though hardware might be gone. It's good to, you know, keep these things around. Where was it that we had these files that we're going to read? Oh, that was in the corridor, I think. And then here in the future, this here, right? I think.
Hang on.
Most of them are still readable. Pathogen, we've already looked at that. What does that want to tell us? Something subjected to time travel. Cellular growth occurs at an order of magnitude faster than when it enters the body. Oh, that would mean you age faster. Higgins torn suit realized that it only happens to happen when the pathogen travels inside a host. So pathogen inside person time travels, ages faster. Accelerating exponentially due to time travel makes no sense. I'm sure we'll find a rational explanation, but more rigid testing will be required to get to the bottom of it. Is there something else in here? The airborne nature of the pathogen makes it extremely difficult to identify the host. We are conducting systematic area sweeps of specific time periods to trace the evolution of the pathogen. The most credible hypothesis so far points to some species of bat or bird, but we're still very far from any sort of
Hang on.
solution. Oh, nice. Hey, thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. I will totally get that. I would love to remember to relive those glory days. Second sight. I remember this, it wasn't really speaking to me at first. I bought it because it was made by the Timesplitters guys. And then when I realized the power of the kinesis in that game, wow, that was just so cool. This hasn't worked in a long time. Soil! Aha! Soil! It must have dropped through the hatch. Well, pick it up, buddy. Nope. Let's go put the apple in the soil then. Not a bad idea, but it needs more light and water to grow. How can we just pick it up? It looks like we need something like a shovel. And we can't just pick it up? Nah. Can we just climb up there? I have no reason to go back up there. I'm on a mission. Why, Meg? Why? Tell me why. And didn't we see a little shovel thing? Oh, do you know also, actually, there should be one in the cupboard. If I go and just, can I go up? Door's already open. Well, go upstairs to the janitorial cupboard. Dang. Dang. Large processing unit. I feel like with these things,
No.
it usually means you haven't found something, like an item that's lying around there somewhere. From the few shreds of bones, I'm guessing this was one of the scientists. Correct, buddy. That was him. Access panel. Can we just go and use that as a shovel? No power. Even if there were, I doubt it would work for this long. Found the soil. Need something to pick it up with. I'd like to peel off the sign, really. That'll work. Cat meals. Door. No, that's not it either. Anything here? Monitor. Something like that. It's processing something. Yes, it is. Time machine. Can't we just go in there? Is that something we should be doing? Can we put the apple in here? And then go to the future? Is that something we can... They probably won't postpone the time trial just because of a bit of litter. Okay, fine. Maybe there's something in here we can use. I don't see it. The only shovel bit that I have seen was in the lab, but it was not something that was selectable. This isn't selectable. What a shame! What a shame! What happens if we give the apple to one of these people in the cryo chamber? Will that work? I wonder what they feed them there. Yeah, me too. Can't even imagine how hungry you'd be after just a few months in there. No, good point. I can't either. TPN, I guess? That's a form of sustaining you. And none of these things are selectable. What's this? It looks like a note here. And anything in here? Little plank. Big plank. Can we climb this to go upstairs? Well, it looks like we can just go and plant the apple in the soil in the past and then wait and come back in the future, at which point it should have grown apples. But it could also have to do with, injecting it with something. So far, we have a place where we can plant it. We have the light, we have the water, we even have the soil in the elevator. But it looks like we don't have a way to take and pick up the soil and put it in here. So I believe that's the thing we're trying to do. But I might also be wrong about that. Here, there's a dustpan and brush here, but it's unselectable. Can we ask him about this? I better not. I don't know what he'll do. The next words coming out of his mouth, combination of apple and here's your. Gotcha. Bubbling beaker. Have we looked at this room in the future? Actually, we haven't. There it is. Man, sometimes it's just so simple. There's something that you haven't found. Exactly, Camilla. How would one transport it? I think we got it. I could have sworn I did this, but I guess I didn't do that. So now we have something to pick up the soil with. Yeah, he might not have been here very nice to me, but nobody deserves this. I agree. I agree. Okay, let's do this thing. Bye, Mr. Scientist guy. We're totally going to go and grow you apples. We're back in seconds. That is a cool idea, isn't it? Huzzah, indeed. Thought I saw something there. It is just so much more satisfying when you figure these things out yourself rather than read a walkthrough. Even though sometimes that's unavoidable. I do like it the way some adventures do it, that you have an integrated hint system that don't just tell you the solution. Sometimes it's bigger than that when you say, well, have you tried using the candle? And you go, candle? What candle? I haven't found a candle. Aha, see? Try to find a candle. Aha! Often I get stuck because of things that I haven't found yet, just items. Whoops.
Whoa!
Sounded like it came from the end of the hallway. Should we have a look? This has to wait. I've got to find out what happened fast. Okay, go in here. Is it that the time traveler just arrived? Probably, huh? So glad this thing has unlimited uses and solar power and stuff. Right, indeed. You have to. No, the time machine is gone. This wasn't supposed to happen. What are you gonna do now, Joe? Think. Okay, calm down. Think. Maybe if I destroy that computer in the next room, I can still make things right, but I need to move fast. Okay, for that, we need to go and grow that apple tree. Come on, quickly. Meanwhile...
This means that from now on, you will be in charge of not only yours, but Frank's assignments too. That's right. That means downstairs lab sanitation, drain assignments, the works. With all the clearance that entails. That's a lot of responsibility we're investing in you, Jasper.
I thank you, sir. But what about Frank?
I want to be Loris. How's it going? So our other self is on its way down here. So let's just see if we can do this. Camilla, I see what you're saying. I think it's also I think pretty much what happened is that our expectations have changed. Back in the day, you had this 100 kilobyte game and you didn't have the internet and you didn't have monthly magazines with solutions that would come out like 6 months later. So you'd go and you had to either figure this out yourself. Apple trees.
Wow.
All right. Holy moly, it worked. Let's pick up the apple.
Nice.
And I think nowadays our expectations are very different, that we're not prepared to put up with a game like this for 3 months. We just want the solution now. So it's very much about expectations have changed. Well, for some of us, I suppose.
And you brought me an apple. Good.
Didn't I just?
There's no eating in the lab, so I'll just pop out for a few to get some fresh air. Anyone asks, I'm up on 14 redacting Tuesday's pathology reports. Got it? Just don't touch anything.
Pathology reports. Gotcha. Hey, let's go and use this acidy thing here with the bubbling beaker. It's just true, isn't it? The older we get, we just, I remember I read a guide on Riven. I just couldn't get past this one thing. And the guy was saying, hey, here's a really simple tip. You've just opened a double doors thing, you walked through, and now you have to do something else. But to do that, this took my 11-year-old self about 2 weeks to figure this out. What you have to do is you close the doors from the inside, and then 2 pathways open. And it's just such a simple solution that I hadn't tried. And I felt, I recognized the writer when he said, this took my 11-year-old self 2 weeks to figure this out, and he would have been playing this game hours in the afternoon every day until he came across a solution. So right, yes, difficulty with games, either skill level or just how the game comes across, super difficult. So that certainly has changed. Acid, and then maybe try to destroy something. I bet I can do some real damage with this. Man, the smell alone is making me feel dizzy. Can we pick up anything else here? Photographs we've already had. Shelves. Okay, so we go into this next room and we destroy that supercomputer. That would prevent the time traveler from doing something, maybe? Me too, actually. Metroid Prime on GameCube. I think I might have to get myself a copy of that. I've never tried the third one. I did try the second one, I think, but the first one, very good. I even tried the Game Boy Advance version as well. That was very neat. Man, we're old. Come on, let's destroy this puppy. Right idea, wrong computer. Keep it together, Joe. Okay, fine. Which other computer are we talking about then? This computer here? With the cryo people? Right idea, wrong computer. This maybe? No, not this. Right idea, wrong computer. Come on, Joe, keep it together. The Chozo ghosts. They're from Metroid. I like it. Ah ha 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 ha. Wait, I hear someone in the other room. Oh no! It's happened again.
Should I be writing this down? I don't have anything to write with.
Shut up and pay attention. You are standing on the brink of an extinction-level event sent in motion by greedy half-wits that will eventually end the lives of every man, woman, and child on the planet.
Oh, crap.
I am gonna come out that door any second now and call... And we mustn't meet one another. I think that is very important. Everything felt really weird for a second there. Oh no! Dang. Here's the lab coat. It's just the lab coat. Use beaker with acid with Solaris computer. I've only got one shot at this and I don't want to pour this thing down the screens. Yes, use the computer, this one here. Come on.
Whoa!
It's melting right through the control panel like a hot knife through butter. That certainly sabotaged something. Please let us know, Jeremy. It's exactly what the time traveler told us. Must not happen. Which is why this was so scary that we almost met ourselves. Oh, come on. Dr. Lambert. I was supposed to prevent this. This wasn't supposed to
Dr.
happen.
Lambert.
Keep your voice down.
Yikes! Shh! You're alive?
Well, for a little longer at least.
But how?
I faked it.
Yes.
Faked what?
You detailed this exact scenario to me 40 years ago, remember?
Didn't I just? Yes, I did.
Of course you do. To you, it was a mere day ago.
Yeah, that was.
The earlier version of you had to see me die and get dragged off, so as not to alter the course of action that brought you to my doorstep in the first place.
It's complicated.
And yet I had to survive long enough to assist you in carrying out your mission. So I staged my premature demise.
So you're not dying?
Oh, I am dying all right. Despite my better judgment, I attempted to circumvent getting shot by taking a different route to the labs than originally planned. I foolishly believed I might actually bend the rules of cause and effect. The gaping hole in my gut makes it pretty damned evident how that turned out.
We have apples.
Dr. Lambert,
No more questions. Did you destroy the research data like I asked?
Did we?
The computer? Yes, sir. Yes, I did.
Thank God. Now there is just one last matter to attend to.
Okay.
I
Give it to
need
me.
you to stop the last time pilot. The one who just left. Fortunately, we know exactly where, or should I say when, he is.
Yeah, it's me, isn't
The
it?
device. Give it to me.
Isn't that me? Am I not
You
the
see
time
that console behind you?
pilot?
Check the numbers in the first line of the fourth column and read them back to me.
Coming right up, sir.
429-496-7295.
Are you sure that's correct?
I'm sure.
Dear God.
What does that mean?
I have
isn't it?
configured the device to return you to the same destination. Here, take the device.
I'm
Go end this. One last thing.
Yes. You can never,
You can never,
ever.
never.
Dang,
Dr.
Dr.
Lambert?
Lambert.
Are you Dr. Lambert? Sir?
It might be. He might well be, Brian. Welcome. Good to see you. Cave Johnson, that was an excellent, excellent role. I wish they'd make Portal 3. That'd be really, really cool. I saw the actor in this Berlin thing on Amazon Prime. What's it called? Synchronicity, Dualicity, something like that. Where they find a second Eastern Berlin. That was very cool. I think we're gonna have to go into the distant future. Oh my. And this is gonna be chapter 10. The Mobius Trip.
Oh my. What happened?
How long have I been out? The last thing I remember is using the time machine. It usually means me a little lightheaded, but never anything like this.
Oh no.
Oh my. The time machine is broken. It's completely broken. I don't have a way to get back. We're stuck in one time. This is crazy. Okay, Brian, hang tight. I need to go to the bathroom, but I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Not that we can, but don't go anywhere. Redfall, good question, Brian. We haven't actually started it yet because it took such a while to get going with this. I thought we're going to go finish this first, and then we're going to have a good look at Redfall for an hour or so. It's an interesting one. I don't think it is as bad as people say, but yeah, I thought you're basically just in time for the grand finale of this and for us checking out the Redfall. How's your animation project coming on, Brian? Good to see you. Very good to see you. The terminal sunk halfway into the ground. And the portable time machine, oh man, it's broken.
No.
It's blown to bits. That is so uncool. Well, this thing is also bust, isn't it? This time machine looks pretty banged up. And you're in Scotland, one man. That is cool. Scotland's very nice. Which part of Scotland are you from? Oh, not so much, sorry, not so much from where which part of Scotland are you in? That's what I've been meaning to ask. Power generator. This looks pretty interesting. Looks like a power generator without any power. Flipping the switch, but not coming on. Glasgow, okay. I've been to Edinburgh once, only once. Glasgow is still on my bucket list. If ever I go back to Scotland, Glasgow is what I'll be checking out for sure. And Shetland Islands, definitely. Definitely want to go to Shetland. Half-buried door. There's a lot of dirt and rubble in the way. Yeah, no time machine to quickly switch back and forth, huh? It wasn't for the Fringe Festival, no. It was just, it was sometime in, when was it? Oh, so first of all, it's like over 10 years ago. My mom went there with a friend, and Julia and I decided, hey, we're going to go catch the sleeper train over from London and spend some time with her and her friend. And that was just such a cool trip. Must have been over 10 years ago, because we've been in the US for 10 years already. You couldn't find an interpreter. Very funny. Very funny. And you know what? Speaking of Scotland, we're just watching something called The Silence with Douglas Henshall. Does that count? It plays in Bristol. But Douglas is from Scotland, so... Oh, spheral contraption. What's happening here? What is it? This is another time machine? It looks totally different, besides the fact that it's completely falling apart. I mean, I must have been here for quite a while. And this is a dusty metallic surface? I don't really know what it is. It looks like some kind of an impractical kitchen table. It says Berman Solar on it, whatever that is. And another generator. Can't seem to figure out how this works. Well, it's highly technical, isn't it? Get the shovel. It's rusty, but it'll do. Oh man, is this a grave? It is a grave. It's unselectable as well. Somebody's definitely died here and been buried here. I'm not unhappy with my waistline, but there's no way I'm squeezing through here. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Use the shovel to dig up the door, go through it and see what we find inside? Maybe some petroleum. Something that will make this new time machine work again. Make the time machine great again. All clear. And conveniently, and I really like this about inventory management, the shovel disappears. Like in the LucasArts games, you had to carry like 30 items around with you, none of which had any use anymore in the game. Hazmat suit guy. First aid kit, check. Other than a piece of cloth, this first aid kit's been picked clean. Well, at least we've got cloth. It's a rock. Over here, that's the door. Hazmat guy. How you doing, buddy? He's been dead for a while. You'd think I'd be used to seeing dead people by now, but this one really got to me for some reason. Person in hazmat suit. He's wearing the same suit I saw in those photos on the wall back in the lab. Yes. This must be one of those time pilots Dr. Lambert told me about. The ones that never made it back. So you think we need to go and... this is the cryotube. I think this is one of the cryotubes, but this place looks hundreds of years old, maybe more. What year did I end up in? And how are we going to go and stop this now? It's a block of concrete. The surface is slightly rough to the touch. The Covenanters' prison in Greyfriar Kirkyard. Ooh, very haunted, is it? Thank you for the tip. Hey, Mr. Sage, how's it going, buddy? Welcome, welcome. Happy Saturday, happy Coronation Day, and happy Cinco de Mayo. All at the same time. What are you going to do with the cloth? Maybe just rub the rock? It's a block of concrete. Gotcha, that's not going to work. Maybe we'll go and wipe off the solar panel with a cloth. Therefore, we can go and, I don't know, get another round of... a lot of happy days, yes. Get another time travel thing so we can go back in time and stop this guy from going. It's not making much of a difference. It's really dirty. Huh. So it looks like we need some kind of a cleaning solution then. Or at least water. Something coming out of the roots here. What? Wipe them to pieces? Well, you could try. Dang. That didn't work. Dusty metallic surface. It's got no lights but no buttons. It's got lights but no buttons. Huh. More bulky than the other time machine. Maybe it's an early version. You got it, Buster. That's exactly what it is. Feels weird not being able to go back into another timeline, I have to say. Maybe we should try, Brian. Let's try playing tic-tac-toe on it. Is there anything... Oh, this stuff, indeed. Dripping water. Let's wet this thing. Now the cloth is soaking wet. Now we'll repair the solar panel. Yoshi, have a good one. Thanks for dropping by. And we totally will get to Redfall. What a scam. Jay saying we're playing Redfall and then we're not actually doing that. That's just terrible, isn't it? So many scams in the world. Come on, make it shiny. Make solar panel great again. Wait, something happened. Oh, I get it. It's a big solar thing, like on my little machine. So true. Generator. Seems to be running now. I wonder what it's powering. Well, if not this, it's got to be the one inside. If that thing's falling apart, it's got to be the time machine in here. Actually, not in here, in the other room. Hundreds of years in the future. I think this is what I found so amazing about Horizon, the first Horizon, not so much the second one, but the first one, Zero Dawn. It was just so cool to walk through this, what appeared to be fantasy landscape, and then you realize it's actually Earth in 1,000 years. What a cool story that was. Zero Dawn. Oh my god! He's in the wall? How did that happen? What on earth? How is this even possible? There's something sticking out of this backpack. Looks like a rusty machete. This is without a doubt the most horrifying thing I have ever seen. Then it took a turn for the worse. Yes, absolutely. There have been, I didn't know this, but there's a DLC that's just come out, Burning Shores for Forbidden West. And first of all, weird thing, they didn't just release it for the game, they released it only for the PS5 version, which makes no sense because the game actually runs on the PS4, so why? And then the other thing that was a little weird that just a lot of fans didn't quite appreciate is that Aloy starts a relationship with another woman. I don't know if that's optional, but it was just something, yeah. Couldn't cut paper with this thing. I need something sharper to cut through these roots. Oh, the rock, of course. The rock, of course. Yes, I think a lot of fans weren't all that happy about it. I think it wasn't so much about the fact that she had a relationship with a woman. I think there was no choice in the matter. I think that was what was weird about it. And I think that whole component, I think some people might have liked it, other people might not have. So I'm not at that point, actually. I've got it, but I don't think I'm far enough into the game to do that. I think it was less about that. It was more about the fact that Aloy was more, I think in many people who've had Aloy as their vessel into the game for a while, they just developed their own fantasies and they were kind of shattered, and hence they were miffed about it.
Wow.
The dull machete is now much sharper. So glad I remember the block. Meg is back. Really, Nancy? That is crazy. Really? Tell us more about the Philadelphia experiment, Meg. Sorry, Meg, Nancy. Right, Camilla, exactly. And I think it also goes to show, if you have an issue with that as the element gets introduced in the game, how open does that make you, really? You know, technically we have no idea about Aloy's sexual orientation, so, you know, if you get attached to her and then the big reveal comes, it's a bit like real life, isn't it? You've had a crush on somebody for 5 years and then you go, oh, dang, she's playing for the other team, man. Larry! What the? Frank, even.
Frank?
Joe!
Yes!
Oh. Please. Need water.
What are you...
Please.
I'll get you some water. Hang in there.
He's got a cup. We can get you water, buddy. Bonfire of vanities. The humidity in the air, the heat from the fire is making everything a little heavy in here. Okay, we'll be back. You stay there, buddy. Frank, more curly. Ah, really? Nancy, that is creepy. What were they doing? Julia just told me that Midjourney 5.1 is now available. Where's it going? Every day there's a new version of some AI thing. Got the wrong room. This is where we're going to get some water. Give that to Larry, Frank, more curly, Joel. Whatever his name is. Ah, the cup is full. I think in Mass Effect that was the case. You could be female shepherd or male shepherd, and then you could pick which gender you're wooing. And I think in Andromeda that was another kind of theme that you could choose which way you want to go. And I totally agree with you. Had that been on the table from the beginning, that's a different matter, but we never mentioned it. So, yeah, people got upset.
Here you go, Frank.
Okay, Frank, you better start talking, buddy.
Thank you.
I don't understand. What are you doing here? Where are we?
It's certainly getting faster, Jeremy.
I'm not sure. I had no time. I pushed it as far as it'd go. From what I've been reading, everything gets imprecise the farther you travel. Even your physical location can get messed up. Nobody's been this far. We could be hundreds, maybe thousands of years in the future for all I know.
You're going to meet Aloy in a minute. That's the
I don't
thing,
get it.
isn't it?
So, you're a time pilot now?
Do I really need to spell it out for you, Joe? I stole it.
What? You stole the time machine, but why?
Look, I've got no reason to tell you, but I guess it doesn't matter. You're the last person I'll be sharing anything with anyway. The truth is, I'm a Soviet agent.
Cut it out, Frank. I'm not falling for that one again.
I'm not joking.
Frank, you're just sick, confused. Come on, you can't be. Where's your Russian accent?
Joe, I'm an undercover agent deployed by the Kremlin. My job is to fit in. How far do you think I'd get if I went around calling everyone comrade?
Good point. So,
My real name is Yuri Barishev. I came to America in my early 20s. I went to school here, worked here, spent nearly 10 years building the foundation of an ordinary life. But the truth is that my life is far from ordinary. I am a spy.
dun dun.
I was planted by the Soviet Foreign Intelligence Agency to gather intel on advanced U.S. military research programs. And I started getting my first missions in the mid-60s. At the time, I thought I had built a promising portfolio of leads, but as I started to pursue them, most of them turned out to be worthless. By 1968, I had run out of goodwill with my handlers at the Kremlin. I was a disgrace, and headed for extraction.
Okay, interesting. Frank, tell us more.
Desperate for something, anything to report. I came across a Canadian company moving large shipments of iridium, osmium,
What's osmium?
rare metals not typically used in mainstream manufacturing. The buyer turned out to be a government shell, rerouting the materials to unofficial contractors, one of which turned out to be Arkane. Having convinced my superiors that I was onto something, I got a job as a janitor. But I didn't dig up much until you showed up. You were a great distraction, giving me plenty of chances to access off-limits areas. And for a while, I was able to scrounge together enough intel to keep the Kremlin happy.
Okay, tell us more.
My hunch was correct, but I didn't have the full picture. Not yet. The metals were being used to build something unusual, all right. But I just couldn't piece it together. What I found made no sense. Time travel, doomsday scenarios. It read like bad science fiction. For a while, I thought they were onto me, feeding me bogus information.
That would have been a
As
good
time
idea,
went
actually.
on, with security tightening around the labs and no one confronting me, I began to suspect that my intel was legit. But time was running out, with Brezhnev and your President Nixon set to negotiate the nuclear disarmament treaty in a few weeks. My superiors were demanding results. My job on the line, I got desperate and careless.
And
And
careless.
this morning, I got caught.
So, you snatched the time machine, fled into the future? What a cool idea.
I was tailing an engineer into an off-limits lab when I bumped into Barney from security. Ironically, management chalked up my trespassing to cluelessness and settled for just firing me. Knowing I wouldn't get another chance, I stole a security badge and snuck back in. I just found the time machine operator's manual when you showed up out of nowhere and nearly screwed it all up.
Yeah,
Then
blame it on me, buddy.
clicked. Not only could I steal the technology, it was the perfect getaway, too. Using the manual, I set the destination as high as it would allow. I figured if I could just get far away, I'd have plenty of time to figure out how to get it back to the motherland. But, well, I guess you know the rest.
It's all my fault, Sage. I totally agree. I take full responsibility. I should have never unleashed this
Listen,
can of
Joe.
worms.
I'm really sick, and I'm not making it back. But you still can. The time machine has a timer, like a toaster. It's designed to return home unless the timer's reset. I removed the main power supply fuse to keep it from taking off without me. Here, take it. I have no idea how you got here, and I guess it doesn't matter. Still, despite my mission, a double life, and the deceit, your friendship was always genuine. You're an honest guy, Joe. And I've really enjoyed your company.
Don't you die on me, buddy.
No, please, leave me. The pain's coming back. Oh, it hurts to talk.
I could always get some paracetamol from the past.
Rest.
Wow, what a twist. I mean, the thing is, if we come back, does that mean it completes the time loop then? Because technically we're not quite stopping the last time pilot, but we're returning the time machine. And that's it, is it? He's unconscious. Okay, good stuff. Any notes we should be picking up? I guess not. Yes, that is an interesting comparison, isn't it? Like a toaster. Does that go in here then? Oh no, this is the bust time machine. This is just a generator, so that is in there, I guess. How does that help? I mean, yes, we go back home, but is that enough to complete the time loop, I wonder? We'll find out. And Sage, I think you should make time for video games because it is just so important to have something to escape to, especially if you're doing 2 large projects at the same time, full time. There's always a couple of hours for video games here and there. There's got to be. I tend to start the day with a few. Only a couple of hours. There, I inserted the fuse. I just hope it still works. Here goes nothing, buddy. And also physical work, right, okay. What happened? Did I pass out again? The time machine, what happened to it? Oh, is this the point where somebody... Oh man, we're not going to be ending up in the fragile wall, huh? Because that would be bad. Quarantine lockdown initiated. Foreign organism detected. Oh man, we brought it back with us. We brought this thing back with us. There's a key on his belt. Do you want to do something with the fragile wall here and this? Oh man. Quick, get through and don't poke your head back in. The key, what are we gonna... Shall we just go lock ourselves in here? Small key with... Yeah, we can't do that. Cryo chamber console.
No, it can't be.
Yes, it is you, buddy. It is you.
The foreign organism. It's me.
It's you.
I brought back the disease. I'm the one who spreads it. It was me. All along.
We feared as
I
much.
must have brought it back with me.
We feared as much when we set
God.
off.
I think I'm gonna throw up. I can't deal with this. What do I do?
Well, what would you do? You gotta prevent yourself from going there in the first place. Again, I mean, we've just tried preventing the last time pilot from leaving, and that totally didn't work. I'm wasting time. There's no keyhole here. Gotcha. Pathogen things. Man, Jeremy, what are we gonna do? Dung, dung, dung. So true. I'd go to Starbucks. That'll kill anybody. I totally agree. Well, one of these file cabinets is the one that's still locked. Can we open that? Somehow. It's locked. Haha. This has got to contain the solution. What's happening to me? Just turning a key makes my muscles hurt. I can feel my arms and legs starting to go stiff. Gotta read faster. Lazarus Cryo Console Operator's Guide. 11th draft. I might be able to use this. Now I've got to get away before security shows up and I start infecting everybody. Okay. The virus kills mankind. Dr. Lamberts finds me before it spreads and sends me back in time, but I get infected and spread the virus that kills mankind, so Dr. Lamberts finds me again, spreads, send me back in time. Oh my god, unlocked it. Come on, let's go in here. Disengage compression lock. Oh. Input successful. But I mean, how does this help? The pathogen is still spreading? The whole world is now infected? Maybe if they keep this building locked and under quarantine? That's it?
Oh.
What are these clothes? Monitoring equipment. Piece of paper with some squiggly lines on it. Kangaroo meat. Dun, 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 dun. Why, you've worked there? That's exciting. Box of pens. Come on, Pauline's pens. We can do this. Oh man, my joints are sore. Get the pens. Can't reach up there. Can you use this to reach to get the pens? Must get pens. I wouldn't be able to reach it with even with this paper. Made an airplane out of it. Can we open the closet? It says IKEA next to the handle. Definitely on Earth then. Crocodile. I don't think it's locked. It gives a little push when I push it. I don't have the strength to bust it open. All my joints are aching. String. Let's go pull that. Can we do that? It's just like in a hospital. I did have gator nuggets once, that was nice, in the Everglades. What is this place? Last thing I remember is drowning? There was a tube and it's a terminal of some kind. But nothing like I've ever seen before. This isn't solitaire on there, is it? Keypad, door. It's not locked. Door number 2, please. Possum stew.
Whoa there,
Agitated
man. No offense intended.
I don't want any trouble. That TV is really loud, but I can't reach it. Can we take the crutch? Man, I bet I could use the crutch for something, but I'm not getting it when he's out of it. Okay. We're gonna be just fine. They're too cute to eat. Croc, ostrich, snake, and boar. Wow. That is a bunch of stuff you don't get every day. Of course they would have put us in a mental institution.
Damn.
I really thought it was better fastened. So we've got agitated man and we've got jittery man.
No way to escape it. No way out, no way out, no way out.
I'm sorry, what?
End of days. Scourge and sickness. The cleansing of the earth.
Okay.
Overlords conspired against us. Tricked us. Made us bring the poison back into the nest. Like good little ants.
Yes.
Who did?
Too late. What's done is done. No backsies, but we must try. Do you hear me?
Sure.
The key to salvation. I've seen it. Felt its color. Know its shape. They don't know that I know. Oh no. But I know. I know. Write it. Write it, write it, write it! Before it disappears. Write it down before it disappears. Took away my tools. I'll forget without my tools.
Your tools?
Pens, paper, they're erasing the slate, forcing me to forget, trying to break my resolve. The persistence of memory, I must repeat all the time, repeat. Oh, they fear me, cower at the sight of scientific rigor. They know I'm close, so they take away my tools. I'll show them. The blinding light of the scientific method casts no shadows.
You show them, buddy, no worries. We'll get you pens, no problem. I mean, that might be a little bit of a problem, but we'll try our best. This is a desk lamp, but it's on the floor. Clearly this guy is not all there. A picture frame, can we take that with us? Seems kind of pointless to try and pick it up. No pens down here, no. Cozy chair. Oh, let's have a look at the cozy chair. Just before we move on. I've had ostrich. Ostrich and gator nuggets. Those are the things from that list I had. I may have had boar. I don't quite recall. Oh, there's some sort of gizmo stuck underneath the cushion. Kind of reminds me of those fancy Zenith Space Command TV remote controls. Only this one looks like it's actually from space. Look how tiny. It doesn't have a cable on it. Moose. Oh yeah, I can see moose. We humans. We eat everything, don't we? What's this? Who cares? Let's eat it. Grill it already. Aha! It worked! Where's the guy going? Well, I suppose we don't mind. Let's at least take his crutch. Oh, there we go. See, he's not agitated anymore. Shirtless man is he now. Well, let's get our pens, I suppose, with this, and then we give this other guy the pens. Maybe that gets us a code, and then we maybe, you know, see what happened. I don't know what's going on with the pathogen. Has it, did it not spread or whatnot? Got it. Thing was, the pens ended up on the top of the closet, but at least I got one of them down. That one. Eight strays. I like it. You know, small beginnings and all that. That big. Wow. I love it. We have a small house in the neighborhood here, and they have chickens, which is very unusual for the neighborhood we're in. But they have 3 chickens, brown chickens, and they just roam around freely and just eat stuff on the communal grass patches. And yesterday we went out and all the 3 chickens were on top of a parked car. That was a sight you don't see every day. Let's give the pen to the jittery man so he can write things down. There you go, buddy.
Then the sword. The pen, the pen, the pen.
The pen. The enormous. I love it. Should we give him the paper as well? Because, what are we going to do with it?
Need paper to reproduce the key.
The key. Give me the key.
Paper. Gotta have paper.
And? You wrote the key down?
The key. Keep it close. Keep it safe.
Gotcha.
Bring help. Don't get caught. Save the kingdom, get the girl. Save the kingdom, get the girl. Save the kingdom, get the girl.
That's crazy, Camilla. Yeah, me too. Sorry to hear that. How exciting. 5731. Let's try that. There's no way I'd be able to guess the combination. Well, use this then here, maybe. It works! I guess that crazy guy wasn't too crazy after all. Okay. Where are we? Who are you? Also, nice to meet a woman after such a long time.
Miss, nurse,
Oh, hi there. Goodness, you startled me.
Are you real
could have
nurse?
just knocked. And it's Doctor, actually, Dr. Emma Brown.
Doctor.
I'm a little embarrassed to say, but we don't have any files on you, so I don't even know your name.
it's Joe, ma'am.
Oh, call me Emma. We're not so formal here. It's nice to meet you, Joe.
I'm sorry, Dr. Brown. I don't know how to say this, but everyone here is in serious danger. I'm very sick, and it's very important you call the authorities and...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Take it easy. Deep breaths. There's nothing to be afraid of. How do you feel?
You don't believe me, do you?
Okay, I guess. A little sore.
See, you're fine. And the soreness is to be expected. You've undergone muscle therapy. You've been asleep for at least 3 decades, after all. Maybe even more.
3 decades.
Where am I? What year is this?
Who's the president?
Easy, Joe. I know it's a lot to take in. It'd be a shock to anyone's system. Haven't been under for as long as you have. It's 2012, and this is the psychiatric ward at St. Genevieve's Hospital. You were brought out of hibernation 5 weeks ago. Like the others, you were placed in an artificial coma for regenerative muscle therapy and brought here for evaluation and rehab after everything checked out.
Oh, God. The tubes. You have to listen to me, Doctor. I'm dangerously sick. I was carrying something when I got in.
Oh, that? Well, that's true. You did all have some kind of flu.
COVID,
Actually,
probably.
the resident physician did find it peculiar how you had all contracted a type of avian flu that only first appeared in the late 90s.
I
and a new
remember.
strain at that. In any case, the pathogen was largely dormant due to the extended hibernation. We run very thorough medical checks on all our cryo clients. So we gave you all a shot of our regular cocktail. Cleared it right up before you even came to.
Boom, baby.
So it's gone? But Arkane...
Yes, I'm afraid I don't know much about all of that. All I know is that the company that froze you went bankrupt back in the early 70s. A victim of industrial sabotage, I think.
Terrible, yes.
Anywho, the remaining assets were sold off, and the Cryoform company bought the cryogenics technology. As per ethical requirements, that included all of you who were frozen there. We've been helping rehabilitate Cryoform's clients for the past 5 years or so. Mostly folks suffering from previously incurable terminal illnesses and heavy wallets.
Yeah.
You didn't hear that
Something
from
to
me,
suffer
huh?
from.
Unfortunately, cryogenics was a little experimental when you went under. So, while the
Yes.
company's been freezing and reviving clients for quite some time, you had to stay confined to the original equipment. Apparently, a lot of Arkane's original documentation was destroyed in a fire, so Cryoform had practically no information on any of you. That's another reason it took so long to figure out how to revive you. Sadly, the others haven't been quite as coherent. They share certain delusions, end of the world, that sort of thing. An unfortunate side effect of cryogenic's primitive state at the time, I suspect. You, however, seem just fine.
Just fine.
Apart from the shock, I mean.
So I'm not sick? You sure?
Not anymore.
Yes, Joe, quite sure. In fact, I see no reason to keep you here. We have an excellent rehabilitation team who'll get you settled into your new life in no time. Just come see me when you're ready to go.
Okay. That'd be a nice setting for some kind of a story. Can you imagine there is a cryogenics lab and they, once thawing people up, they find themselves in this new time and need to get familiarized with that. You don't know anyone. If everyone else is dead and you've been asleep maybe for 50 years, maybe they have a little meeting once a week, something like a how do you get on with this time type thing, and the group consists only of people who've recently woken up and want to reintegrate with society. That'd be kind of cool. And not sure what the rest of the story is, but that's a nice setting. What can we do here then? This is a computer. One of these weird flat terminal screens again. A few ink-spattered pieces of paper. Looks like somebody had an accident with a leaky pen. And there's a cabinet we should check out. Dr. Emma. Probably shouldn't try to open that. Can we go through here? Dr. Brown told me to come talk to her before leaving. Was there anything else to do here, or shall we just hit the road? What do you think? It sounds a bit like Zero Kelvin, but what we should have is like this organization that deals with a lot of people with experiences. Like, somebody went to sleep in 1985, somebody went to sleep in, 94, somebody went to sleep 2200, and bringing all these people together with all their unique skills, that'd be interesting. I think we just get out of here, huh? See what 2012's all about.
So, are we all ready to go?
Ready to go.
I guess.
Oh, don't worry. The rehab team's eager to help get you settled in.
Rehab team,
I know
that's
it may
them.
feel a little overwhelming now, but trust me, you'll love it in 2012. Endless opportunities. A whole new lease on life. Speaking of, I happened to catch you on the surveillance monitors a little while ago, and you seem to show excellent problem-solving skills. You like puzzles, Joe?
Don't know, do I?
Perfect. I'll be sure to mention it to the career coaches. They'll find just the right thing for you.
And then 2020 came, exactly. He walks out, hey, this future thing isn't so bad. COVID! Ah, dang, I was only just settling in. So true. If you haven't already, you should check out Brian's novels. Zero Kelvin is a series of novels in which he has a protagonist that wakes up 1,000 years in the future. And man, has future evolved. Oh, the 70s. Now he visits himself in the museum. This is a little bit like what happens at the end of The Forgotten City. In one of the endings, anyway. Problem-solving skills, don't do it. Oh, yeah. Yes, same here, same in Germany. The pandemic is officially over and COVID is no longer a problem. And never has been. That is disappointing news to make an announcement like that. We're the minority here. We're still wearing our masks every time we go shopping, every time we go out. It is crazy, yeah, but it's basically just us, so crazy, isn't it? It's far from over. Some of my friends, oh yeah, I had COVID, it wasn't so bad. Yeah, great. Good to hear that you didn't die, but that tells me the thing isn't over, is it? So, dang. Indeed, Brian, that is true. His other two books, What the Luck and Flicker, well, I've narrated. And, for that, we need to give you, I think, a shout-out. Is it exclamation mark Brian, perhaps? Well, that was it. How exciting! We have had a look at this beautiful game called The Silent Age. This was well done, I have to say. Good stuff. And this is from 2015, I think, so it's also been old. Brain? Did I say that? I meant Brian. I'm so sorry. I wonder why this didn't work. That's terrible. Well, I suppose now it is time for us to have a look at Redfall, which is awesome. Nice. Looking at these names, this is a Scandinavian production, huh? Brains! Redfall. It's all about vampires. Actually, it isn't really. There is a bit of a story in there. Julia Cresti? No, that's not Scandinavia, is it? Francesco Martinelli. It's definitely not Scandinavia. Nice. Well, I enjoyed this game. This was great. Grab a cuppa while we watch the credits and see if my controller's charged up. Pour ourselves another cup of coffee. Very good, Sage. That's where you should be wearing a mask. That's where you need to wear a mask. Okay. Meridian 4. These types of games I really enjoy. And looking at the simplicity of it, and then you look at the amount of people involved, it really tells you this wasn't a one-man production, this. Always got to remember that. Somatone Interactive, that sounds good, actually. Oh, they did the whole voice production, did they? Somatone. I think if I needed to ever commission a voice production, that is the company I'd go to. Just because they sound cool. Brian Summer, Dr. Lambert. How exciting. (2011 to 2023), that is exciting. How did they put that in to the credits when it came out in 2015? Mind blown. Did they have a time machine, go back in time and change the source code? Let's not worry. Thank you. Let's go and switch this over to the Steam. See if this goes on. And let's go and have a look at the Redfall. At least for an hour, because, you know, it's cool. 2 hours after we started streaming. So I've already played a few hours here. 10 hours. Is this thing on? Yes, this thing is on. Let's go do this thing. And I've had a couple of crashes, but that only seems to happen when I change graphics settings in there. So if I don't do that, and we're playing on high, just for reference, Unreal Engine game, Unreal Engine 4, by the way, it was not done with Unreal Engine 5. Yes, I totally agree, Camilla. The story is kind of okay, much less deep than Deathloop or Dishonored or Prey was. Prey was really deep, and that had a very interesting world build. So we have a story here, but it's not as deep as in the other Arkane games. It is interesting in that. So I'm at a point now where I've worked out there is a cosmetics clinic in there, and the founder of the cosmetics clinic wanted to prevent aging. That was the idea, and in so doing he experimented with blood, and that sort of created and turned him into a vampire or something else. He is now called the Hollow Man. He's kind of the major villain in this game, and there's two factions that we predominantly deal with. One is called the cultists, Hollow Man cultists, and the other ones are called someone else. And these someone else people, they were sent here to Redfall to sort of clean up the mess. So vampires have broken out, and They are occupying the city. They're working together with the Bellwether. That's them. With the Bellwether people.
Time to show the world things they've never seen.
We are one of 4 heroes that we could pick. I'm Devinder. There's 3 others. 2 others are in the making. They're still coming out. They haven't been released yet. These are some survivors. A doctor, a reverend, a pregnant lady.
Folks out there are dead.
And this is our safe zone. Let's go restock our ammunition here. Ammunition rather than ammunition. So this is our safe zone. Outside of which is the town of Redfall. Hello there, lady. How you doing? Cloth dynamics on the skirt. Liking that. Sometimes her hands intersect with the body. Stylized characters, very large hands and feet. So, Mark Sinister, how's it going, buddy? Not much we can talk here to these people. Yes, indeed. How's it going, Mark? So yeah, they're not very talkative, or they talk all over one another, so it's kind of, bizarre stuff. We have some supernatural powers. We have an unbelievably massive skill tree, namely this one here. We have 7 kinds of ammo, can you believe it? And many different guns. And up here, this is a fire station. This is the first mission you do. You secure the fire station, and then you go into this mission briefing room here, and that's where you accept new missions. These ones I've already done, and now comes the second part of it. So this one here, someone was broadcasting emergency rescue plans over radio, telling people they'll get shelter, and we had to debunk it. And now the story goes and extends, I guess. Next time the Hollow Man calls out over the radio, Anna Creelman can zero in on his hiding place. But first, she needs you to find and activate specialized antennas and analyzers out in the field. There's an old research vessel stranded out in the mud flats that might have what we need. Cross the flats and search the temp test us. Or we do the House of Echoes. The Avon film you recovered that showed Dr. Addison transform himself into the monster called the Hollow Man. He worked out of a private lab in his home, might hold clues to stopping him and undoing the vampire threat that befalls Redfall. Get to the Addison mansion and search his lab. I think this is the mission we're going to go for. Boom. All right.
I thought I knew everything about cryptids. I've been chasing them all my life. But what I've learned about Peter Addison makes me realize that monsters can't always be seen. The bastard wasn't an undiscovered creature hiding in the woods. He was a scientist twisting up other people's lives. Then, he turned himself into this horror called the Hollow Man and kicked off a vampire apocalypse. Now I'm off to his home lab to see if there's a way to stop these bloodsuckers from running rampant. Always called myself a hunter. First time I felt like wanting to be a killer. Doesn't feel good, but it might just be something I need to do.
Plus, my man Dev here, one of the 4 heroes, is an influencer, and he has a podcast or something, so very interesting. We need to go here, and we are here. So we can probably fast travel to one of these houses to get there. I might try that. Yeah, we don't want to go all this way. We can probably just go fast travel here and then start our journey from there. It does feel a little bit like Left 4 Dead. I've never played it myself, but it has that kind of atmosphere to it. So one of the things that's been highly criticized was how empty the world feels to some players. They feel this is an unfinished product, and you don't see, all that much in here, as if they're still working on something else. Oh, there's more missions here. If you want to do those per safe house, you can do safe house missions here and unlock other things. Can we have medkit? Perfect. But they've also criticized these cutscenes that we've just seen. So they say, hey, this isn't even fully animated.
The Hollow Man happened in his home laboratory. If there's anything about how to stop him, it would be in there.
And I feel some of those criticisms aren't quite aren't quite as bad as they make it out to be. I'm gonna go and put my marker here so that I know which direction we're going into, namely here. But I suppose what they mean is you walk around large distances and like this, there's nothing there. The AI is a little... They're calling it a little dumb, but I think what people miss is that many of these houses here, you can actually go and enter and have a look in and look at old, not this one though, look at journal entries. But what feels odd and weird is that there's no one on the street. So eventually you'll run into people like these guys. Is there people over there? No. Okay. And this stuff you can't drive. Red means you can blow it up. That's not really what we want to do. Yeah, so there's not a lot of ambient action going on in the game. Still, very nice to look around and explore and walk into buildings. Occasionally these, there's some frame rate drops here. That's also been bemoaned. There's not been a patch for this since release, by the way, so this has literally only just come out. I need to go over here, huh? This red mist that kills us, unless we kill it first with something like this. So this is kind of the center here. Now red mist has been taken care of. Ouch, no, I don't remember that. One man, that is crazy. Oh man, that is embarrassing. Stuff like that. We also have a lamp here. How are we gonna get up there? That is pretty devastating. Whoops. Hello. Hollow Man cultists. So these guys are after us, really. And sometimes when you shoot them, they don't really mind. Somebody's dying right in front of them and nothing really... It doesn't faze them. You don't have stealth, interestingly. So you can't creep up on them behind them. Just a scratch. My foot, man. You're dying, buddy. With that red mist stuff, you know? Yeah, so no stealth. You don't have a stealth attack option. At least I don't have with this hero. It could be that maybe others have that. There's no inventory in this game, which is bizarre because there's a ton of things to pick up. Basically exactly like in Prey, and it's the same kind of handwriting. So you open a trunk here and you have tons of things that you can pick up. But you don't retain these in your inventory, like food items. There's lots of little crackers and stuff that you can get here. Oh, you can unlock this with a lockpick. Let's do that. It's a double barrel shorn off soccer. I don't think I need that. Yeah, like bleach. This is a good example. So rather than you carrying bleach, you can take it and it turns into kind of currency. You know, whiskey, it doesn't feed you. Preserving salts, all of that just gives you money. So you don't have an inventory where you can then go and eat the food items later. The moment you have a food item that you consume, it just restores your health. And if you don't need health, it just disappears. And that's weird. Travel back. Assault Rifle playing cards. Doesn't really... Do we need it? We don't know. And this stuff, I don't really know what it does. But it's, it's good stuff.
Historical marker. Wonder what's happened here.
Yes, let's find out, Dev. Excellent idea. Gamepad, I haven't felt a problem just yet. I'm using a PlayStation controller for this. There's no PlayStation icons in this, but it looks like the controls work fine. What doesn't work well, ooh, the pointy end. Yeah, steak. Let's get that. Baseball. Nobody needs it. Safe Harbor cold brew coffee. That restores some health. Haha. And chocolatey confinement. What the game does have a problem with is the menu as such. So if you go on here and then you go and hover over these things, sometimes the pop-up menu just doesn't come up. So like, you know, this was a great example. It just flickered, and sometimes it just doesn't come up. So I don't know what it does under the hood. This menu is a bit of a mess, I have to say. Controls so far are okay. You can also customize your hero. So I got, with this Bite Back edition, I have had this outfit. So this yellow thing, this is his main outfit, and this one is a bonus outfit. And I think this one I have unlocked for doing some mission here. So yeah, there is that. You can also, I think, configure the headgear independent from the rest of the outfit. I'm kind of partial to his yellow jacket here, though. We can always, you know, switch it around a bit and see what we want to do. I do like the hands. Keychain, I don't know what that is. Yeah, so crashing, I've heard a lot about frame rate drops. And this mission I haven't played yet, so I don't know what's gonna expect us, but hey, we're nearly there. Let's see what happens. Oh, is it? Okay. It is multiplayer, but it's weird multiplayer. So, like, I'm currently playing a solo mission, and if you were my friend, we have to be friends for this to do multiplayer, you can't join this game. I have to come out, and then I have to host a multiplayer game. I have to wait for you to join, and then we can go and embark on this journey together. But if we embark with 2 people, and then 10 minutes later a friend wants to join us, he can't join us. So it's not a good experience. Also, if we do play multiplayer together, then our progress isn't tracked, which is weird. So yeah, they didn't do a great job at that. It's limited to 4 players, which in this day and age is a little limiting,
Lord.
perhaps.
He lived in a bloody mansion.
Whoops.
See a few possible entrances. Let's roll the dice, eh?
What is that? I feel like I want to... Oh, that's a watcher. Yeah, we don't want a watcher watching us, do we now?
Come out.
Whoa, him! Oh, he's not so nice. I gotta tell you, this guy, he's not good. Not one of the good guys, I tell you. Where you at, buddy? He's got this shield thing. And he drains blood. I mean, that's totally uncool.
Lashings of ultraviolet.
He doesn't like ultraviolet light because, you know, he's a vampire and all. Oh dear! Death, don't you die on me, buddy! Stop doing that! Dude, no! Oh man! You died! Ah, oh, what a shame.
Right.
Damn him! I was right! What are the chances that someone's having 2 friends? Yeah, you're right. What are the chances that you have one friend who's also spent $100 on this game? Okay, well, you can get the regular edition for only $70. It's just like in Elden Ring, isn't it? You died. Alright! Nice one! Okay, let's go back. Maybe switch up some weapons here. Oh, hello. Somebody after me already? Oh, him. Ah, yes, so there is that. You have to have a stake weapon to get... Is this a stake weapon? I can't remember. Is it? No, it's not. I guess it's not. Jeez. So, vampires. Do you know, so true, because this is, seriously, this is a $20, $30 game, I think. And 70 is, that's not on. I think, you know, I understand development costs have gone up with games. I totally appreciate that. But there is just, that's just a bit much, isn't it? 70 as the base price. And then you hike up the prices for more stuff. It's a little much. But you can play this for on Game Pass for $10, so even if you just want to try out this game, Game Pass is the way to go. I thought, since it's an Arkane title, I'm really interested in what they did here, but they've said it basically, much like Cyberpunk, it needs a lot more work. But also, I have to say, it's not as terrible and broken as the reviews make it out to be. So it doesn't deserve the negativity that it gets. It's, you know, average is probably correct. And I think very positive wouldn't be correct either. So I think average it would deserve, because I think, and again, it has a lot to do with the expectation management. I think because it's Arkane, people had expected more than what they got, and I think Arkane couldn't make what they wanted because of the Microsoft acquisition and the way Microsoft wanted to release it. So there's a lot of corporate mumbo jumbo involved, I think, and it's kind of nice that Phil Spencer has owned up to that recently. So at least there is that. Let me see what I can do with the weapons here. I think I need a better one. This one's kind of good, but I think this here, the perfectly normal, it's an assault rifle. I'm partial to some kind of a shotgun, maybe. The Grimtide is good, but it's only level 2, so yeah, this one is a staked one. I might try this. See if this works. And I suppose we need to get past this guy.
Next one will be just right. Do what I tell you to do.
As long as he doesn't leach the blood. Oh, which he does! Stop doing that, dude! This shield's really bad. Don't do it! Don't do it! Staked him! Oh no, don't you die again! Oh no, you died again! Yes, you need a garlic gas tear grenade. That was a mistake. I like it, I like it. Oh, is that so? That is too funny. Okay. Ammo up. Health pack up. Oh no, we're run out already. That's crazy. I think we can buy more health packs at the fire station. Let me just go back there. Yeah, or also do another mission, you know. If this doesn't work, I'm okay to do another mission. Take care, Camilla. It was nice seeing you. Come on, we can do this thing. Alright, this is perfect. No, this is ammunition, isn't it? No, we don't want to do that. I think over here we can buy stuff from Le Docteur.
How are you feeling?
I'm doing good, thank you, Terrence.
What that man did to himself. And Avum helped him do it?
Yes.
We gave them access to our patients. We trusted them. We're
Hey.
feeding a monster. How did it come to this?
I know, it's terrible. Terrence, let's see, I'm gonna have to go. See you, buddy. Did we want to go to maybe the other safe house? That means we'd have to travel a little bit further. Sorry about that. Let's do that. Approach it from this angle. See what happens. Mr. Nate, how's it going? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wonderful to see you, sir. And hello indeed. We're checking out the Redfall. Oh, look, this is a nice little plant bed thing. Only the middle one wafts around, not the top and the bottom. It's okay. I like the popcorn maker. I gotta show you that when we get back to the fire station. I had to repair popcorn maker, and there is a popcorn maker that actually makes popcorn. I always wanted to do that in Blender. Is this a good gun? Are we close to the theater? Because if we are, I can show you the popcorn maker in there. I think we are actually. This is the historic town of Redfall. And this is the cinema. There. The Overton. Hollow Man is watching. One life for safety. Join us before we come for you. Oh. So I do actually like the world that they've built here. It is quite nice. If you see environments like this, you can't say it's an unfinished game, really. It is. I see what you're saying when you walk through the town, that there's not a lot of life in the town. Galaxy Gazooks. And perhaps the lighting could have been done a little bit better here. But hey, look, this is the popcorn maker. Is that funny or what? I want to build this and then texture this in Substance Painter and then have it in Blender so that the popcorn bits and pieces fall out and form this little mountain on the bottom there. It's New Jersey at night, is it? That is a good, honest slogan for a cult. And then look, it comes up in a little popcorn, thing, and then you can eat it. Is that cute or what? I like this. I totally like this. What's this? This is Kettle Cove sea salt and vinegar chips. But again, you don't store this for later. You just consume it immediately, which is a bit of a shame. There's a lot to explore inside the theater, but let's see if we can do this mission here. It probably brings the story forward. This is also not the only level there is, so once you get done with this, there's apparently another world or another kind of level that you get. Oh, vampire, huh? What do I have? I have this, and then I have that, but I don't have a... Whoa, fellas! Let me just quickly reload here before... And once you stake them, they don't stay dead forever. You have to go and... You have to make sure you stake them, otherwise they wake up again.
I was once called relentless, Relentless and absurd, but still relentless.
Woodson's Lobster. I love it. Anything we can pick up here? Yes. We've leveled up as well. That's gotta be good. Hello? Anyone here? It's a pub. Hey, that is nice. Wampy Walk whiskey. This looks a little bit like the bottle we had in in Prey, doesn't it? That is a good idea. Actually, you know what? Speaking of garlic... Oh yeah, look at that. Crab. I haven't seen many garlic-related bits and pieces in this game. That would have been kind of good. I don't know if they're going to do that, or... This lamp is a bit annoying. It's either too bright in this game, or it's too dark. It's a shame that we don't get to appreciate the... That we don't get to appreciate the art here. It's either too dark or it's too bright. It's a bit of a shame. I wish that would kind of self-regulate a little bit. Somehow. The Hollow Man guy, this is the evil protagonist here in the game. And for some reason he comes out of every radio, no matter if it's switched on or off. Popsicle balls, why would we need that? And I can only carry a limited amount of ammo. I wonder if there's an achievement for switching off all the radios in this game. Maybe there is. Bleach bottles, yeah, we need that. If we can we get them? Yeah, totally can't get them. It's fine, fine, forget the bleach bottles. Ooh, a punch clock. What were these things called again? They had a name, a Gumby clock? Maybe it was mayo, not bleach, that's possible. But this one's definitely bleach. If this is bleach... This is definitely mayo. Nate is so right. It's mayo the size of a bleach bucket. Good point. Anything in these things that we can open now? I can feel there's a vampire nearby. Maybe up on the roof, huh? This we can't go in. And, oh, there you go. Roof access. Anyone? Vampire? I can hear you feeding on things. Space blanket, that's good. Pork and beans MRE. Bun and bunny carrots. And jellied eels again. Valenti jellied eels. Always with the jellied eels in Arkane titles. What's going on? I guess I'm gonna die if I jump down here, so let's not do that. Me too, actually. Tuna mayo sandwich is very good. House shellfish. We're bringing out all the best jokes here. I love it. How do we get back down without dying? How did I get up here? Do you remember? Because I don't. Oh, there we go. And what's happening here? That looks like a flashy thing. Maybe it's just a broken effect. But that tends to happen. Okay. What else is going on in Redfall? Oh, they also have a day-night cycle here. So it is now night. United Church of Christ Cemetery. But it will turn into day eventually, and that makes the vampires less dangerous. So they tend to sleep during the day. Like this guy is awake now. What was I even thinking? Checking out the cemetery at night. What does this do? That doesn't do anything. Gotcha. Oh man. Bloodbath. Whoa. And then he just explodes, does he? Yuck.
At this rate, I'll never get the footage I'll need.
So he has a blog or a podcast or something, so he wants to constantly tell stories. He went hunting to find, I think, Redfoot in the Himalayas. But he didn't make it. LMAO, exactly. That is how we
Sun's
pronounce
up.
mayo.
Try not to stare at it.
Sun's up? I can't quite tell. It still looks like pretty much like a, what's it called to me? What do you call it again when the moon goes in front of the sun? It is called a eclipse. There we go. My brain found the word eventually. Thank you, Nate. Okay. Now, before we run into this guy again, do we have the right weapon? So he's like a really evil guy. Get some health in me. Is this really a good gun? I mean, it has a stake, so that's good. This is the UV gun I have, but I also have things like a shotgun. This one's good because it has a ton of ammo. The death spiral. The ambition is good, but this has 14, so maybe I should switch to that. A Freed, that's a good long-range weapon. And then the Arroyo is pump-action shotgun. Grimtide's good because it has some bonus features, but it's only level 2, so I don't know what to make of it. Let me go switch this to that. And then this is good because it petrifies the vampires. And this could be a good assault rifle, but we'll see. We'll see how good it is. See what else is going on. Oh, we can't actually go here. Invisible wall in the way. No, it's not. Good stuff. And this whole mushy stuff here with the foliage, I don't know what's going on there. That doesn't look good. Yeah, that is something that could definitely do with the polishing pass. It doesn't go away on a higher graphics setting. I'm playing on high, not on epic. Epic does work, but the frame rate's a bit less and I don't see much of a difference. Arroyo. Let's go salvage that because we have a better version of this. It is so weird, isn't it? Yeah, so this stuff that could really do with... It could be that it's NVIDIA DLSS or it's just some other stuff. It just shouldn't be like that. And I appreciate it's a launch edition, launch day edition, but we've seen better foliage in Unreal Engine for sure. Anything in here? Preserving salts. So we have this, we have that, and we have that. Okay, so that could be... We also have some supernatural power.
Stand clear.
Isn't this supposed to do something? It totally doesn't. Dang! It's one of his superpowers.
Needs a bit more time to recharge.
This is supposed to give us a shield. We've done it! Hey, that was nice. Thank you, superpower. That gives us some vampire shield, something like that. Boom! I wish I could just save the game, but that's just not how it works. So this Watcher here, I think we may want to go and switch to something like a like a long-range weapon, the Freak maybe.
I know you're here.
Where you at, buddy?
Another vampire phenotype. Watcher.
And for some reason, these guys work together with the vampire, so I don't know what
Now,
kind of a sick deal that
Let's
is.
see, if I were a scientist turned vampire god, where would I have a lab in my past life?
Want me to get all the glory? Get over here!
This is another weird effect. So this white thing over there, that is an interactable item. But it looks so terrible. It's like a note you can read.
This town is just
We could have been friends.
Till next time.
My favorite is when he says, "Kick them all up the arse." That is his tagline. Okay. Pretty much dead. I wonder that as well, Meg. That's a really good point. Because if you're part of a larger crew, you just work on your things. And you might not even get to see the whole finished project before they send it out. But there have to have been people who've looked at this and said, this is the thing we're about to put live into the world. Are we all okay with sending this out? And I don't know if it's dishonesty in some part, because there have to be some people in the company who say, hey, I don't feel comfortable with this. Vampire blood? Yeah, we don't need that. Gives you higher health. So like according to Phil Spencer, they looked at it, they've sent it out to get kind of mock reviews. I didn't even know that concept existed, that they have pre-review copies reviewed and get a temperature read basically of what people would think were it to come out in this state. And the consensus was, it's fine, man, it's fine. What was that? Yeah, like this. I mean, why would it look that bad? And then we go kind of further away. It's just this low-res blob. It's weird. And you can read it, and you can slice little, you know, meal plan menu. So just like and that's that mayo pot. Hayden's, all right. So this tells a backstory. It's cool. Good backstory, but yeah. Before we go upstairs, let's just have a quick look downstairs. This spool of wire, exactly like in Prey. Oh wow! And they launched it anyway? Knowing this stuff wasn't in there? So one thing Phil Spencer did say was that he said the game wasn't at a state that we wanted it to be, But the problem was also that just delaying the launch wouldn't have brought that state about. So they kind of acknowledged that, from what I'm reading between the lines, is in a year it's probably the game they wanted it to be, but it's just not at that point yet, and so we might as well... What is that? Floating wood piece? Interesting. And it's rotating as well? Magic wood, I say. Magic wood. Yeah, so it's a bit like in Cyberpunk, where you could see that they needed that extra year, and they just thought, screw this, we're going to release it this way it is. Alternatively, we can delay it, and then it's still not going to be ready, and you go, do you know what, this is what early access is for. This is why indie devs have success with early access. They say, this isn't finished. You can look at it already, and we can mold this into the game that we all want it to be. You tell us, community, what features we should prioritize, and we're going to make this happen together, and it'll be ready whenever it's ready. 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, whatever. If you do it that way, people are a lot more forgiving. What is going on? Rather than saying, this is it, the masterpiece, and you go, you've got to be joking, man. Magic, lots of stuff.
The lab is gone.
Indeed.
Some kind of psychic explosion? Caused by the apotheosis, perhaps. Well, there's nothing left to find here. Best search the rest of the house.
Oh. And I think, Nate, you've hit the nail on the head there. It is all about, we've spent 200 million on this. It took you 3 years already. Let's just go recoup some cash, because we have a problem here.
That's his name. Charles Beck. It's his blood and his sister. I can't remember. His sister made him do it. I think she's his sister. It's a fog. A terrible fog. But it's clearing. He's helping it clear. My research. They're using my research. I can remember my research. They want it. They'll leave if I don't help them. Can I say no?
Yeah, the real people, the real winners in this whole thing are certainly the credit card companies, who go, hey, thanks for making that transaction, and Steam is just going to refund it for you, but we're still going to charge a fee for that transaction no matter what. Crazy, isn't it? Dear Dr. Addison, first, I would like to thank you for many years of service to the Redfall General Hospital. You have been an outstanding physician. However, your tenure here ended 2 years ago, and it is no longer appropriate for you to use hospital amenities, including the gym and doctor's lounge. Please return your keys to a member of the administrative staff at your earliest convenience. Dang. We also picked up a room key here, by the way. Rosie's gym is here. How you doing? Medical supplies. Gimme. What do you mean full? That's crazy. Well, I'm interested to find out what's upstairs.
Where are you?
Oh, Hollow Man cultist. Oh, she's upstairs as well. Okay, we'll go surprise her. Someone's putting a massive cable up here to... quality plumbing here. Who needs that many TVs? Howdy indeed. Yes, I fear you're right, one man. I think even with refunds, it's almost like building it into the price of a product. Well, so 20% of the people, they're going to demand a refund, so what? It's cool. We'll still make some cash. But I don't know for how long this whole AAA industry can, without hits, without making people happy, I don't know how much longer that can be sustained, because this is not the first title that launched with devastating sales and this game isn't even showing up on the Steam homepage anymore because it's mostly negative right now. So you think, hey, that's just a shame. And without the positive ratings, people over time aren't going to buy into this game. So if this is yet another write-off in a series of write-offs for a publisher or for a game studio, I really don't know how long they can sustain that, because for them it's not enough to just make your money back. And you know, if that was 200 odd million spent, is he feeding on this guy? Yes, it's for the 6090 GPU. It's not quite released yet, but in 5 years' time, this is going to be a really good playable game. Curved pliers. Whose bedroom is this? Nobody's bedroom. That's whose bedroom this is. Oh yeah, no glass in the mirror. Let's get some rope. Right, they did a good job on that, huh? It's like the producers. You're right. You're right. I wish I could play fly on the wall in these pre-discussions. This gives me such a cool idea for that game development comic strip I've been dreaming about. About making this terrible developer. And he just says, hey, you know, we're going to release a game, we're going to tell everyone it has 12 amazing levels, but we're not actually going to program an ending to level 1. So we're going to make it so that everyone who reaches that level just can't finish it and can't progress to level 2. So we're telling everyone we've got this whole game developed, but it doesn't exist and no one would ever know. We're just going to ship 30 gigabytes of random data. Ooh, yellow door, eh?
I thought it would lead to salvation. Andy said ain't no one deserved me. I thought it wasn't about deserving. If I could save, I would save.
These blue things that I've just picked up there, those are called grave locks. And they're basically collectibles you get, a bit like in Grand Theft Auto. There are about 100 of them, and I bet I think the way this works is you're supposed to collect them all, and you get a reward.
Give me a taste.
You're in this room? Oh yeah, you are, aren't you? Oh yes. See, now
All up the arse.
I'm kind of glad I didn't eat all these goodies here, because, you know, some guy wants to come and get me. Kick them all up the arse. Very funny. You should see maybe we'll get to see them later, the animations for going up and down ladders. That is a little funny as well. Amelia's room key, thankfully we have that. Amelia! You home? Yeah, I'm guessing you're not.
This was a little girl's room. But it
Yes,
looks like
was.
cultists got to it first.
Why, yeah. Prescription bottle. That's probably going to come in handy. Amelia's story. List of characters from my doll story by Amelia. Lucy doll loves to cook and bake. Tina doll loves to hide in the tippy top. Bella doll loves to garden all year round. Okay.
Oh, a dollhouse? Definitely a 10 out of 10 on creepy. What's that inside? Seems the dolls are missing.
Yes. Place missing doll. I think I found one already. There we go. And this one, have I found that? I have not. Okay, so 2 more dolls I think we need to find. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. Search the rest of the house. Ah, loft key. Probably need to find that. Good house though. From this anger, beauty sprung. Rhode Island Film Summit. Nice. Whoa, now look at that fish. He doesn't even fit on that board. No dolls, no room key. Hollow Man. Check it out. All right. And we've been here already. And we've been here too, haven't we? Except we haven't picked up the bleach. Nate, what was the last game you've played? Are you still in with the Leaf Blower Simulator? That is also a very cool game. He can go through walls. The ashes, man, the ashes.
That's the last of them, I suppose.
You suppose right, dude. I wonder if there's more to this mansion than just the mansion. Like, you know, the orangery and whatever these other outbuildings are called, like this one over here. Let's have a look at that. Oh, there's that watcher. Dramatic.
Pack hunting instincts! Fascinating!
Who's shooting at me?
Don't hide.
Oh, you. It's a bluefin tuna, was it? How exciting. They are very large, aren't they? Oh, these grenades. I don't know why I'm not allowed these grenades. Just saying, it feels like, you know, super unfair. Oh, is that a doll? Let's pick up the doll. Aha!
This must be one of the dollhouse's missing occupants.
Wow. Very creepy. You did? 1,200 pounds? Jesus! That's a lot of tuna. That is a lot of tuna, Matt.
What is that?
I mean, this is what people mean by the AI is weird. How did she not see me coming? He's alright, he's still alive. That looks painful. Oh yes. Where did you catch that? The supermarket. Wow. Wow. What do you do with that? I mean, do you probably sell it to the fish market, I guess? Or how does it work? Handgun ammo, we're good on that. So I suppose the blue marker isn't really necessary anymore because that's just the general direction. So I'll go take that away to get some of the confusion off here. It's going down in this building. Can we even get in? Or is it one of those buildings where it just looks like air, water, push? Scaffolding, all right. Oh yeah, let me show you the animation for this. So up is fine, you know, that's okay. But down, watch what happens. What? And I guess I'm going down now or something? Let's check this again. Approach a ladder, walk up, no problem at all. Decide to go down, not looking at the weird foliage effects in the background. You walk towards it, go down and... What? I can't even tell which way I'm facing. Also, what are your hands doing? There's no ladder here. Man! Animation blueprint needs work, buddy. It needs work. Yeah, we'll fix that later. It's not really something that's bigger, and we'll ship it with the patch. It's not really important. Okay. Clearly not, right? Oh dear. Sadly, we're going to have to go and watch it again in a minute because I think we can't go into this building from here. We can just go on top of it. Makes you seasick, this. Motion sickness pills, where are they? Free with every game. Yeah, exactly. You're not supposed to notice what's going on. So there's this, and we found a doll in here. Are there other buildings? I mean, this is interesting. What's the parking meter doing here? Interesting. Addison Mansion. I know, we've gone here like 30 minutes ago. Thank you for the caption. Oh, this is Addison Mansion. Oh, okay. The one I've been searching through for the last hour. Gotcha. Very funny. Maybe there's parts of this building that we haven't had a look at yet. Maybe like a basement? Mansions like that, they'd have a basement, right? Who's laughing? Stop laughing. Basement. We've gone into here. Through here. Basement. This is the second upstairs. This goes out. Little utility room. Another utility room. More medical supplies we can't pick up. It's good to know though. That they're there. Mark, probably correct. Third person is much more difficult. You know, GameDev.tv, I remember buying a course that wasn't quite released yet. It has been released now. They show you how to make an action RP, like an action, third person action game. Like, that is very difficult. First person is relatively easy to make. Third person is much more difficult, like aiming, for example. You know, you just do this. In first person, there's barely any change. But if you do this in third person, you have to completely change the aiming mechanic the moment you get somebody to aim, because the camera moves into position, your line trace is generated at a very different way. So very interesting. I'm looking forward to doing that course. My name is Claire Beck, and CC'd is my brother, to Peter Addison, founder of the Beauty Clinic. I'm reaching out to you today regarding our yet unpublished research paper on parabiotics. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Avium Therapeutics, and my brother and I think we could use your particular expertise for our team. Would you be interested in a phone call sometime this week to discuss our philosophy, and we think you'd fit into it? We understand that not everybody comprehends the important work you are doing, but we do. We understand perfectly. So they contacted him. This is this brother and sister couple. Their blood is what he injected into himself and then turned into a vampire. Crazy stuff. If not a basement, perhaps there's an attic that we could go into. I suppose that's what they're calling the loft here, for which we need the loft key. Yes, I forgot who made the course, but I thought it was worth loft key. There we go. Haha. It's worth checking out. I'll let you know what the course is like, and I'll pop a link to it in the Discord if you like. Let's just deliver this last doll. And then we have a look in the loft. See what mayhem we can do there. Aha! Place doll. Perfect! One more doll. I mean, she's in the loft already. I wonder if we're going to find her in the loft. Use loft key. All right. Loft. Oh, scary. That's not how you become a vampire. You become a vampire first by attending law school. I like it. Shotgun. Sample test one.
That girl Claire says it's a security risk to use my recording equipment. I've used it for decades. All my experiments. Who does she think she is? If I could remember. Well, I have my dictaphone. Claire uses them, why can't I? Wavelength sample. Test one. Need a name for it. That man, Elias, if he's right. Gateway sample. Test one.
Me too, Sage. So I have to say, it is super fun to just explore the environment. I really like what they've done here. And the story is kind of intriguing. I still don't know exactly what's going on, but, you know, there's just a lot to look at and a lot of inspiring stuff. I always like the things like in Deathloop. I mean, I didn't buy Deathloop when it came out, but I gather it also was a bit of a catastrophe. And then a year later, it's kind of good to play it once all the dust has settled on it. Cool. So I think, you know, when this goes on sale, like this time next year, perhaps even earlier, definitely want to check out. Difficulty level was also highly criticized by people. They started playing it on highest difficulty level and it wasn't challenging enough for them. I know you like challenging games. I don't like them so much, so I'm playing this on kind of on story mode here. That's tough enough for me. But yeah, it's been said that the highest difficulty level isn't all that challenging. You can change this when you go into a level. I'm not sure if you can change it while you're playing in a level. Stake it, huh? Ooh, is this another doll here? Yes. Dolly!
Should be the last.
Stuffed animal. I think people who go in with a mindset like this has to be a shooter and I have to have action all the time, they get disappointed because it's not a shooter. None of the Arkane games are shooters 100% of the time. Exploration is a big part of the game. And I think some people are just impatient. I think that's what it's all about, expectations, isn't it? It is fun to do, I have to say. I'm not thinking, hey, I don't want to do this. This is boring. I don't want this. I'm addicted to running around, seeing what else I can do. Enter the dollhouse? No way! I go into the dollhouse? Entering the dollhouse? So true, one man. That is exactly how I think. Oh my god, now we're in Maquette! Can we go into the dollhouse, into the dollhouse? Are we in an alternate reality?
Fascinating.
It is!
Some kind of induced hallucination? Or maybe a psychic tether to another consciousness?
Look at the compass as well. What is this, north, east, southwest? It spins around all the time. This is interesting. And also notice how the mansion is actually in good condition now. It's not derelict like it was before. Sync still works. That's good. What happened to the outside world? That is in good condition. We're in a different timeline, aren't we? Fingerprint on the toilet seat there, notice. Very nice. Just in the glossy channel. On the roughness channel, I should say. Game controllers. Definitely in modern times then.
Nothing but this.
How do we get up there? Maybe we don't.
They gave it to me.
Hello? Sin Eater! Whoa. Collect the Hollow Man's psychic echoes. Really? Is this one of them? Psychic echo. What is that?
It's time for the butterfly.
No. No, I don't want it. I don't want to do it anymore.
We've been doing this for years now. I know that you're a good girl.
But it hurts. It makes me so sleepy.
Creepy doctor, huh?
You know how important this is. Don't you want to be well? Don't you want me to be well?
Yes.
What kind of treatment would help him, too? I don't like this at all.
No,
Was
I
that
don't.
one of Addison's memories? How shall I lose the sin, but keep the sense? Yes. I'll call them Sin Eaters.
You call them that. So, funny approach is that you currently have 4 heroes that you can choose from to play this game with. So all their dialogues will be different. If you play it again, you hear somebody else's dialogue. There's 2 women and 2 men, and they all have different backgrounds and also different superhero abilities. So I chose Devinder because he has this kind of vampire fighting ability, but the others... Ooh, it's a ThinkPad. The others, I don't know. People are saying it's not, once you've played it through, there's currently no real encouragement to do it again. Even though I'm thinking you have a completely different playstyle with the different characters, I would imagine. But perhaps it's more of a balancing issue that we're going to get over time. Eerie stuff. Anyone else? Sin Eaters? I'm in the dollhouse. And I'm hearing noises. Uncool that. And I like the Victorian PlayStation controller too. That is a... It looked like it, didn't it? Yeah, it's closed there. Where are these noises coming from? Hello? Anybody? This has got to be the secret room that we meant to discover. Do you remember that level in Control? Where you go through this maze? And you just keep going and going and it doesn't really get you anywhere? IRB noticed to cease all activities. Really? Who's the IRB? We have received accusations of violations of protocol regarding human testing, including failure to report adverse effects and inadequate informed consent documents. The board will begin review of these claims. If there are any pieces of documentation you wish to submit for consideration, please do so now. Dun dun. No, I think they only have a single bad ladder move. It's like the red ladder days. Hello, yes. Wow, a piano with all black keys. Cool. Carpet. Gotcha. Use Addison's lab key. Search for Addison's lab key. This looks all very different than it did when we weren't in the dollhouse. First of all, this thing's still intact.
Butterfly enclosure. That's either eccentric or sinister.
Bizarre, that is.
Someone here.
Oops, Sin Eater. Where you at, buddy? Oh, there.
I'm guessing these have something to do with the psychic phenomena in this place. Let's see what taking them out does.
I guess. This gives us another psychic reading thing here.
I have a present for you. You've been very good this week.
Donuts. Oh, it's a butterfly.
Remember when you showed me the butterfly? In the greenhouse? Well, I had it mounted for you. Isn't it pretty?
Dude, that's terrible. Exactly. Correct reaction.
Amelia!
You've killed it.
It's dead. You killed it. Why did you kill it?
Yeah, butterfly collectors always think that's a great idea.
What a horrible thing to do to a child.
Yes. And he thinks he's doing the right thing. Where's that other building that we couldn't quite reach? Uh-oh. Don't want to go in there. Thought that was a newspaper there for a second. So what are the chances we're gonna find his third echo, and with it we might get that lab key that we're looking for? Didn't we have this bottle in Prey? I think we did, didn't we? I wonder how that works if you're in a large development studio, if you have an internal library of assets you and your team have built that you just drag in from a central server. Like, you know, there's only so many refrigerators that you can build, technically. Where's the thing? If that was a Sin Eater, shouldn't we get, you know, one of the things to watch? Is that not how that works? I guess it's not. Did the game break? Let's hope not. Do you know what I mean? Last time oh, there it is. It's in the hallway. Psychic Echo, alright.
I don't want you leaving the house today. I need you here.
But you said after the butterfly,
Now, Amelia, you know how you always feel in the afternoons.
I want to see my friends. I don't want them to forget me.
If you're a good girl, you can see them tomorrow.
You said that yesterday.
And the day before. What an ass, that guy. Aha!
Poor girl. Forced to stay inside. Was she ill?
Well, she did have a wheelchair, but does that mean she was ill? See what we can find in his lab. This substance painted dirt generator, right? I'm thinking 100%. In fact, everywhere. It's everywhere. Well, Doctor's lab. Was that in the top floor, or was that on the ground floor? I don't quite recall. This is where we're hopefully going to get, you know, back out, maybe. Which she did seem like she needed a bit of TLC. Maybe it was on the ground floor. This wasn't it, right? No, this was just a door going out. Gotcha. And this wasn't it either. Or was it? Nope, it wasn't. Here we go. No, it's not. Dang! Oh, upstairs maybe? Let's follow that yellow marker. What a trip, huh? Yeah, no, this isn't it either. So the yellow marker lies 7 meters. Well, here we are. We're where the yellow marker wants us, but that's not our mission then. That's just the bathroom. Unless it's upstairs or downstairs from here. That would be great. Playmobil UFO and then fly away. That would be quite funky. Is this the lab? Yes.
So this is what the lab was like before Addison's transformation.
Right. With another echo for us to watch.
Papa, I'm really cold. I can't feel my arms.
Just a little longer. Fly isn't finished.
Papa.
What is he doing to her?
Eyes.
Stay awake, Amelia.
What's in those bags?
Amelia? Amelia! What am I supposed to do now?
You started it.
Killed her? Even before all this, he was a monster.
Professor of the Year. This year's Professor of the Year award will be presented to Dr. Peter Addison, whose outstanding mentorship to both students and faculties alike noted short of outstanding. Nothing short of outstanding. Many of his pupils have gone on to be highly successful in a range of fields from medicine to private research, due in no small part to his unconditional support and encouragement. Join us in congratulating Dr. Addison on his well-deserved honor. Bastard! Take the butterfly skull key. Where is it? This way perhaps? No, that's not it. That's that thing we just read. Are those oysters? No, they're blood bags, aren't they? Man, he keeps blood chilled in a freezer. What was this man doing? I remember we used to have a computer like that at work. In the 90s. What key were we supposed to pick up? Dude. That we've watched? Is this... Does it want us to go... upstairs perhaps? I don't get it. Nope. Maybe we need to go back to the dollhouse, perhaps? He bled his daughter to death. That is what happened. So what made her blood so special then? Just out of curiosity. What did he need it for? Blood doping, you know, serious offense that. Even though it's not illegal. It's not the dollhouse. Sometimes these mission markers aren't really great, I gotta say. Take the butterfly needle. It's Morbin time. Perhaps. Do you know, I always thought AB negative and O negative were rare blood types. Turns out, actually, HH is the rarest blood type on the planet. The Bombay blood type. But we don't often see it, so... So this is the only time we see this yellow marker. Where's the butterfly needle? This here? Oh, there! The thing I can barely make out that it was actually there. Yeah, let's take that.
It's got the needle which Addison used on his daughter. Now I understand all the butterfly imagery.
Right.
It's just a reminder of what he did to her. What he's doing to everyone else.
Right. Now we go back to the dollhouse. You're O negative? How exciting! Brian, that is very cool. It's an extremely rare blood type. That and AB negative. I'm AB positive, so I'm also extremely rare. So that means neither you can give me blood, nor can I give you blood, I think. Sadly. I can receive A blood, A positive and B positive blood. But since A positive is so, and AB of course, so prevalent, I used to get A blood in the hospital. Your blood's red. That is good. That is good. So that means also, Brian, the blood banks love you because, you know, it's a rare blood type. I haven't been for many years. Return to the fire station for your next mission briefing. Oh, okay. That was that then. This menu has also been criticized a little bit. Because you have to hold this to press. The Hollow Man hid his guilt and most painful memories inside tortured creatures called Sin Eaters. You now have the last remnants of his humanity in the form of his daughter's butterfly pendant. The remnant you carry will make him vulnerable when you confront him. Dun dun. And perhaps we're going to go do that tomorrow. So I think we can go and return to the fire station. Which is here. And that is that. You know what? Hang on. Wasn't there also, and I think I might just do that while I'm in the neighborhood here, wasn't there also a historic marker? I think I might just go and check it out because we're so close. We might as well do that and then we're going to call it a day. How's that? It's just, you know, it's just in the hood here.
Yes.
Once we, you know, deal with people like this. Yes, you better do that, Brian.
I suppose.
I forgot with O negative. You can only receive O negative then, I think. Like AB means I can receive A or B. Or AB. But I think I can't give blood to anyone other than AB, I think. I forgot how this works. It's a science like. Ah, there we go, see? We were so close. Map to map. Boom, baby! The Redfall historical marker. In other words, a fast travel location. Awesome! Now we go back. Oh yeah, and this here, this red X, on the map, that is something we can't go through. I have a feeling that once we've done all these missions, we can go through it. I think that opens up the second area. Maybe we're going to go and try that tomorrow. Let's travel back. I'll say goodbye and good night. Thank you so much for dropping by and for joining me for a bit of Redfall and, of course, for a bit of the Silent Age. So I'm going to do more of this tomorrow, and we can laugh at the game. We can have fun with the game. What was that? Crazy stuff. And, you know, we'll see what else we can find. Maybe we can open up the second area. That'd be kind of good. My friends, have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye.